hear my feedback.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here. The Euro Watch Finals for this today, July 11th. Now, we're supposed to have some persons coming on. But make sure I call them today and tell them from about 2 hours or hour before, say, listen, we need to get it going. So they're gonna be on. So guys, thank you for journeying with us for the past couple of weeks, guys, because trust me, it has been a crazy, crazy, crazy ride. But we are here and we're culminating in the Euro 2020 watch party, as you saw on WhatsApp, on Instagram, that we will be having a pre-game show, and that is happening right now as we speak. So everybody, tell your friends, tell your neighbor that Christopher is having a Euro 2020 finals watch party, and it is exclusively on YouTube and of course on Facebook. So if you're actually on Facebook right now, we will be having the watch party. So we'll be talking about, of course, the lineup that will be happening. We'll be talking about what the different fans, what we need to do. As we see persons coming onto the stream now, one of the panelists that has been advertised, he knew he had to come because listen, he couldn't do this to me. He couldn't do this to me at all. Bell, welcome.
Yeah, man, thank you, Chris.
All right, so where Craig and the rest should be coming on in a little while, but you saw the lineup, Mark. We saw what Gareth Southgate is going for, and we see what Roberto Mancini is going for. What do you think about the two lineups? As we will be going through them at this point in time. So you're ready for the finals, Mark?
Definitely. More anticipating, to see what exactly is going to happen. I see on Italy lineup, you can see where they're going for attacking, but they're securing the back line. I'm not sure if that's the formation that they're going to remain with right throughout the game, but they're going for a 4-3-3. If you notice the lineup, so that clearly states that yes, we're going for this win, but we also want to protect, our goals, not conceding any. Looking at England formation remain the same throughout the competition. I was expecting that Southgate would have gone for more, like to try and get more out of the game before it's as it started, the early part of the game. So I was looking for him to go with either Jack Grealish or Sancho instead of Mason Mount. But it seems like he's sticking to his usual starting lineup. So we just have to watch and see what is going to come out of it, because this Italy team is very resilient.
Yes, very resilient. So, I mean, it's always, as we see, the big man Craig popping up now on the live. So, as it is always, it's basically the story of Gareth Southgate. I mean, when it's big moments, you really see him maybe not producing the side that should be able to win the game, even though he can win the game. I mean, what do you say about that?
I was not going to undermine the team, because, to be honest, this England team has overperformed. If you even ask some of their fans, they will tell you that, hey, England has a good team on paper, but because of past, disappointments, and
Right.
the fans were not expecting much. So, and in that perspective, we would say that they overperformed then, so to speak. So
Mm.
what I would say is that this England team, you cannot just say, hey, based on how the setup is, this is what is going to happen.
Bella Waga, brother.
Big up Craig, all right.
It's it's coming home to Rome.
Boy, I tell you, man. I tell you.
All
I
right, guys,
can't
it's
wait.
the Craig.
I can't wait for David come on the live. I
He
swear to you,
needs
God.
to. He needs to. He needs to.
God.
Trust me, because this is going to be one. It's going to be one hell of a match. But Craig, as we were talking about the lineups for both, and we see your big man that you always cuss every single day,
Right at the heart of the midfield.
Gino, right until the start of the tournament. But he has been looking quite relaxed and composed in the middle of the park with Verratti and Barella. So, what do you think about both lineups heading into
Uh,
these Euros?
uh, Again, I say I must apologize to Georgino. I hope he's listening. He and his fans. I'm sorry. I am seeing his worth. Not the fastest player, not the most physically imposing player, but
Right.
this man used wits and smarts and his IQ of the game to his advantage.
And he's reading him
Um,
well.
Definitely. Bell was saying something about England as usual. Southgate will well has taken the road. I don't think like the England fans are particularly pleased in terms of the lineup. I think maybe they would have
Right,
expected more of an attacking option or an
right,
attacking team in terms of
right.
um
I
surprising. I'm not
think
seeing
most
Saka.
person would
I'm
be looking.
surprised not
So
seeing even Saka or um Sancho. We
On
know
the
that
field.
Grealish.
no,
We know that Grealish will come
Grealish.
on.
Grealish will come on, but I was thinking he was going to start him in a final like this.
Yeah.
Start Grealish or start Sancho, and then if the game is like deadlock, second half he would have bring on Mount to see if he would be pumped up for it. But he chose to go for his
I think he
his
will keep.
usual starting.
Not because I'm a Chelsea fan, but Mount is David will disagree, but I think Mount is a more rounded midfielder in terms of you need a player like Mount in the game, not necessarily a game changer. Mark you, him have a game changing pass, Case in point, the Champions League finals. Don't
I
forget,
think I
it was
think
his
I think I
pass.
think I think I think I think what Southgate is looking at is his speed and his work rate.
Yes, and
That's what they're
definitely
looking.
my personal belief, Raheem Sterling will be the X factor in this game.
Oh yeah.
And you
A
think if he
very
doesn't perform, then you don't think England's gonna win?
the truth is Raheem Sterling. I'm to be honest, I've never seen art. If we're gonna say he has had a bad game, it's because normally he'll get a lot of chances. But based on his IQ and his pace, he will always create opportunities, and I think that is a threat to the opposing team. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man. So, but we are talking about England, so I'm to Italy.
No, I'm just
No. We're just we're talking.
just
All
start. I
right.
mean,
Italy really. Like I was telling Chris earlier, that it seems like Mancini went for the he's showing that he wants some attacking, but he's protecting.
Yeah, man.
His original lineup is 4-3-3. We don't know if he's going to play that that formation right throughout the game, but
Yeah,
that is what
and
he put out. So it clearly shows that he knows of a hurricane, he knows of a Raheem Sterling and a fast mount. So he has to have at least 4 defenders starting just to see how best they can defend and not concede. So I think that is what Mancini is going for, as well as he's putting up 3 attacking players. He has 3 forwards up the top. So this is going to be a good game. Honestly, it's going to be a
I
good game.
expect a good game. It's going to be
Yeah,
cagey.
yeah,
But
very key.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Very,
because
very key.
no team
And
wants to make the mistake.
especially on the Italian end. Well, both of them, because both of them has not won a trophy in when? How long?
But one
Remember,
second. But I'm a little bit.
Italy has. Mhm.
I was saying, looking at the lineup, Kieran Trippier is a surprise to me.
Yeah, I see that as a big surprise as well.
And he has Harry Maguire playing on the left side of the defense. I thought Maguire would have been more central and put John Stones to the flank.
Yeah, so that is what I'm talking about as it pertains to setting up, because now you're looking at,
That's a defensive.
Yeah, it is a defensive lineup because Declan Rice and Calvin are central defensive midfielders. Kieran Trippier, Luke Shaw, left backs.
Right.
When you look at it, it's more defensive than attacking.
But Luke Shaw can provide attacking support
right.
as well as defensive cover for Maguire over that side.
Right. But you know what I think he's going to do? Because he knows that usually, even not in a Manchester United setup, Maguire is usually on the, when we play two defense at the back, and you have Lindelof beside Harry Maguire. Maguire is usually on the side that Luke Shaw is on.
Right.
So if you look at it, I'm thinking that what he's doing is setting out this formation. Mm-hmm. Remember, Declan Rice also can provide attacking options.
Right.
Splitting passes and all of that. I'm thinking what he's going to do is going to line it out like this, but he's going to push Maguire and Stones staying back. Luke Shaw is going to come back sometime. He's going to play that role with Kyle Walker. So he's going to end up with 4 defenders. I think that is what he's going. That is what that's just my judgment. It can be incorrect.
Yeah, but what
he's going to have Declan Rice? Yeah?
What do you do now with? I mean, even though we have discussed it as it pertains to the lineup, we all know that yes, once in a while, Mason Mount has those defense splitting passes, those game-winning passes, but he's not the person to be a creative midfielder. He's more of a box-to-box type of midfielder.
That's true, yeah.
So with Calvin Phillips, Declan Rice, Luke Shaw, Kieran Trippier, Mason Mount, who do you look to as a consistent creative midfielder in the game? That is where his problem lies.
That's where his problem lies, because to me, out of the second line there, where you have Luke Shaw, Declan Rice, Calvin Phillips, and the Kieran Trippier, there's only 2 persons there that can give you like creativity, and it's Luke Shaw and Calvin Phillips. The other two are more box to box and defensive, like Trippier and Declan Rice. Even though Declan Rice, we have seen it in the past where he will send some true passes that Raheem Sterling can, run down and all of that. But I don't see him doing that in a finals. Like
that's
this.
the thing.
But that's what I was saying. I believe Raheem Sterling is going to cause a lot of problems today, because especially based on the role that he's playing,
right?
I guess he has a whole lot more freedom,
right?
As in, so that pace is going to be a problem for the Italians all game.
All right. Well, first of all, we want to do some house business first. We want to say congratulations to Argentina for winning the Copa America last night.
This is where I'll come off.
Unfortunately for us, Craig. Unfortunately for us.
They defeated Brazil by 1-0. That goal, a cheeky finish, I might add, by Angel Di Maria, the man from Paris Saint-Germain. It was a very good pass, actually. I thought that, and this is my few comments before we get back into the US. I thought that Edison shouldn't have started. I would have given Alisson Becker the green light for me over Edison. That's just my preference, because
one second, hold on. Who started the game?
Edison started.
started
No, it's not.
the
It was
tournament.
Edison that started.
No,
Yes, it
didn't
wasn't Alisson that
start
started yesterday.
the competition?
Yeah, it was Edison that started the finals last night.
No, not the
Okay.
finals. Was Alisson the one that started the competition?
Yeah, he has been playing.
And then I think it was when they reached what, the quarterfinals. It
I
has been
think it was when they came out of the group stages. He started.
right. It was
Started.
Edison coming all.
But to me, like I said, this is just me. I would have preferred Alisson Becker to start over Edison. I think especially in big game moments, we see where Alisson is more composed between the sticks than Edison, because it's all good and well to win the Premier League, but when it comes to sometimes the nitty-gritty, when you're being pressured a lot, I think Edison sometimes crumbles under the pressure more than Alisson. So I would have started Alisson over Edison Moraes, and I think it would have been a different outcome, in my opinion. I
agree with you. I agree with you.
But either way,
And
we're not kill the keeper.
Remember.
No, we're not
the defenders fell asleep and Neymar lost the ball in midfield, shifting and blocking.
Yes, that's been his downfall.
I strongly believe, though. I strongly believe that if any day we get a coach at Brazil that does not build the team around Neymar and can tell Neymar to stop chipping and passing the ball more, I think that is when we have more success.
We also need two creative midfielders big time.
I'm not gonna lie. Brazil, Neymar didn't play bad over the course of the tournament. But when it comes to the finals, where the nitty gritty is, and you are supposed to be that man that even set up somebody and make somebody look like a hero. No, I find that he would. Neymar last night could have broke a leg, ankle several times.
Every game.
He saw. If you notice last night, the Argentinian players, they were aggressive,
very physical. And that was a game plan.
And they were willing to fight. So I don't know, Craig. Honestly, Neymar was three persons with the ball, and still decide to go and take on the three of them when other persons wouldn't take the ball. It's ridiculous.
That was a general game plan of Argentina, and I can't blame them because they play to their strength. Otamendi look like a defender reborn.
Oh yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Yes. But congrats to all the Argentina people. I can't say a thing.
So, as you guys know,
sort out some things right here. So sorry about that, guys. Get my seating arrangement in order.
Yes. So as you guys know, I'm at a different location. Of course, because
the slow virus
difficulties. Flo has been having some technical difficulties as we see the teams walking out 6 minutes before time for this Euro 2020 finals. Of course, we will be watching, so you'll see our live reactions as to what is going on. So if you hear us talking during the game, we will be talking during the game because it's the live reaction and it's just the watch party of the Euro 2020 finals between England and Italy. The last time England has won a major team trophy was 1966 at the World Cup. It was actually a lot of controversy in that World Cup as well because one of the goals that England scored was actually not supposed to be given.
All right.
Actually, if goal line technology was, of course, if it was available back in 1966, they wouldn't have given one of those. They wouldn't have given the goal for England. So England won by a goal to nil in that game, and the ball actually hit the goal line, didn't completely go over. So that's actually one of the controversies that happened. Not the first with England, of course. We know the hand of God with Diego Maradona with Argentina, of course. But the last time Italy has won a major tournament trophy was 2006. That was the World Cup that was held in Germany, I believe, and that was a very controversial win because, of course, that
Rise
was
and fall of
last
Zizou.
the last tournament for Zinedine Zidane, and that ended in a red card for the French maestro that won the World Cup back in 2000,
Where's Robert?
1998.
98. Yeah. Against Brazil.
Brazil, and he scored in that final as well.
The memories, the bitter memories.
So as we see, Roberto Mancini, former Man City manager, actually won the league with Manchester City, and he's there really embracing the national anthem for the Italians. And we see Leonardo Bonucci, who has been a very good defensive pairing with Giorgino Chiellini. He's been very well with Chiellini.
I have a concern where that defensive setup is concerned. They I think we know Chiellini is about 36 now.
36 or 63.
Chiellini is playing for Italy from I was a child.
Long time.
I don't know. It's like I think the Sterling effect. If you notice, I don't know, the Sterling and Hurricane effect. I don't know if Chiellini is strong enough, but that defensive support that he has with that other defender guy, what's his name?
Bonucci.
Yeah, I think that he's the one. He's really like the tower in the Italian defense.
I mean, I think he found his form when he came back to Juventus. As we know, he went to AC Milan for a brief stint with AC Milan and then came back because Matthias de Ligt was of course there coming over from Ajax. As we see the lineups for Italy, we see Verratti, Jorginho, and Barella in the middle of the park. Of course, Emerson, Giorgino Chiellini, Leonardo Bonucci, and Di Lorenzo. And then, of course, up top, Insigne, Immobile, and Chiesa. We see the likes of Locatelli, Belotti on the bench. And then, of course, we see the meeting of the captains, and Bjorn Kuipers of Netherlands, along with Sander van Rooikel, is on the match officials. And of course, Bastian Dankert from Germany is leading the video assistant referees, as we see Harry Kane, the captain for England, and Chiellini, the captain for Italy, shaking hands. Jordan Pickford is in between the sticks. Harry Maguire, John Stones, and Kyle Walker around the back. For them, Luke Shaw, Kieran Trippier, Declan Rice, and Calvin Phillips in the middle of the park. And of course, Sterling, Harry Kane, and Mason Mount up top, as we see a 3-4-3 formation. And we see Ramsdale, Jack Grealish, Jordan Henderson, Tyrone Mings, Marcus Rashford, Connor Cody on the bench for England. Gareth Southgate went to the semi-finals in the 2018 World Cup, where they placed fourth, losing to Belgium, as we see the man Jorginho praying, and he is getting ready for this Euro finals.
Craig, the man. You hear that? The man. The man.
As we see the
I want one of those cards, but I don't like the color on the card.
As we see Italy, as we see David, welcome, my brother. He says Mark Bell looks uncomfortable. I wonder why he thinks Mark looks uncomfortable.
Mark, tell him that you're a Brazilian.
Him just
Mark, tell him you're
him know why, man. That's why.
Mark, tell him you're a Brazilian.
Yeah, that's why I know some lose, but
tell him it is fine, yeah.
So it says coming home to here. So guys, so predictions for the game?
Predictions.
My gosh. Okay. So this is gonna get difficult now. If Sterling plays how he has been playing in the tournament, I see England winning this. If Jorginho, as we see the kickoff for this Euro 2020 finals, Italy versus England, and we'll see who will bring home the trophy. The first final for England in 55 years. The first final for, or Italy looking to get their first trophy in a major tournament in 15 years. As we see that ball headed out for a throw, and this will be taking place at the Wembley Stadium.
I'm giving Italy the edge.
Italy the edge.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I might 2-1 to Italy.
2-1 to Italy. Mark, what do you see as we see the ball rolling to Pickford?
I'm going to give, to be honest, I'm going to give. I think this match going to end in a deadlock.
You think it's going to be penalties?
Oh,
that's a very, very bad back pass from Harry Maguire. And it's a corner for England, for Italy. Little over. It's a goal for Craig.
Watch out. What Chris will ask the question. The people ever think it's coming home, but you don't finish it. It's coming home to Rome.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Corner by Italy.
Corner for Italy. Insigne, the one taking that one, and a shot and blocked as Raheem Sterling looks to get this going. Mason Mounts on the ball for England. Now it's Luke Shaw, the man who has been very good for England this Euros.
Luke Shaw, Carlos.
Berto Carlos. As we see England going now to attack. That ball swung inside and a shot. Oh, what a goal! That's a brilliant goal by Luke Shaw. What a goal, and England starts off the Euro final with a banger. What a goal by Luke Shaw. Brilliant in this tournament.
Chris.
He gets the goal. What a goal by Luke Shaw.
Chris. With that goal, can I
No. Yes, you just have a penalty.
I have, I said, if Raheem Sterling played well, England would win, and England is doing pretty well. England, as you say, we talked about the defense falling asleep for Brazil. We saw right there as we see the
Italy drop asleep.
Luke Shaw did brilliantly.
Luke Shaw was the one that got the ball and made the pass.
Yes, he did. It was a head by
Raheem Sterling to
Luke Shaw. Look at the run.
Ball watching.
Nobody was able to get there, and a brilliant cross by Kieran Trippier.
Even better finish the winner.
What a left-footed
one time.
And that was all. And I think it was brilliant where he placed it off the post into the back of the net, and a goal by England. It's 1-0 for the Lions. Wow. What a start for England, and Mancini is not happy as we see Ciro Immobile trying to really rally back his team as we see them on the ball at this point. A brilliant interception there by Declan Rice, and Raheem Sterling tries to latch on to that one. Chiellini, as we see the ball spot, so we know it's Chiellini, not Leonardo Bonucci heading that one into touch, and it's absolutely pandemonium at the Wembley Stadium.
England created his earliest goal. Earliest goal in a Euro final.
I think David Lewis is going to come on anytime.
Oh no, he is going to jump on definitely. We're trying to see if we can get him on, but that was a very good goal. As we see, bless up yourself, Ramel. Somebody who is here every single
big up Ramel.
As we see your midfielder Georgina holding Mason Mount.
Yeah, man.
Also we see Kemar. Kemar, what's going on, my brother? What's going on, Kemar? As we also know that the Reggae Boys will be clashing against Suriname tomorrow, so that's going to be a very interesting encounter. As we see England trying to go back again, and also we need to give credit to Harry Kane as well, that dropped so deep that actually sent the pass to Kieran Trippier, that also sent in the ball for Luke Shaw to score. So we also have to give credit to Harry Kane as well. We always know him for scoring goals, but in this season, especially in the Premier League, we saw where he can facilitate a lot of the attack for Tottenham, and he's doing it now for England.
Chris, looking at the Italian back four, Italy known for its stellar defense. Surprised the wing back fell right asleep just now. Caught ball watching, and Shaw with an excellent finish one. Nice one time. Good goal.
Yes. Yeah, very, very good goal from
My prediction was what again? 2-1, right?
2-1, right? So
Okay.
My prediction has changed, and I think
No, your prediction can't
with
change.
no, I think with a goal in just under 3 minutes
Yeah.
of the game, it reserves me the right to change.
Really? To change them out. Okay.
No,
you
it's not.
see,
It's not terrible. It's just
Alright,
changing a prediction. It's just that I just
alright,
think
man.
more goals are going to be in the game.
Yeah,
all
Let's
right, we
score
see,
this
very
we see
early.
physical.
Kemar as we see Chiesa trying to go through Luke Shaw, and it's a
Free
foul
kick.
by
Free
Luke
kick.
Shaw. Federico Chiesa getting that foul there as Luke Shaw is arguing that one. Just a clash there between the two. And Kemar is saying like how Una and Zuma do invite me. Kemar, the link was sent in the group, Everybody used the link and went and came on to StreamYard. So I'm not sure as to why you're feeling disgruntled.
Italy with a free kick in a very dangerous position.
Yes, very dangerous position. We'll see if
25 yards.
can score, can save this one. We see Emerson over the ball. We see Lorenzo Insigne over the ball as well, as we see a female England supporter
sweating.
And Insigne with the ball, it's over the goal. It will be a goal kick.
Sweating profusely.
And
saw what he was trying to do there.
Somebody was laying on the ground as well. Not sure.
But I realized that's a known trend nowadays. Ronaldinho apparently kind of. Yeah, he's the first one I saw actually score a goal under the wall. Excellent. Yeah, midfielder in his time. Brazilian, by the way, guys.
Yes, we should know that.
Yes.
So
yes, sir.
we were very critical of Gareth Southgate with the position, with the players he selected and the formation, but it is going pretty well for them. They've defended pretty well, as we see Federico Chiesa battling Harry Kane, and
who was the one that made the pass to pass in the box?
The one that Trippier is the one that sent the ball in the box, but it's the man Harry Kane that actually dropped deep.
Yeah, but remember, we were kind of saying why we were surprised that Trippier was an addition to the team.
Exactly.
But he's doing pretty well. He's a better attacker as a fullback
that is what he wanted to do when he put Trippier to do those overlapping runs.
A battle between Insigne and Raheem Sterling, fouled by Chiellini.
Yeah.
And he's helped up. Well,
that's all he can do.
He helped up. And Sterling was not having it.
Just like I told you guys, with this with Chiellini, he's not gonna be able to manage the pace.
If he's caught on a one-on-one, he's gonna be smoking dust. Yeah. So.
All right.
So the midfielders will be.
According to Craig 63.
Oh, load of man, brother. Italians, they don't want to play long.
All right, so
but England definitely look like the more hungrier team, to be honest.
Yes,
they are. Italy, as usual, being physical. Yeah,
it's a foul there by Leonardo Bonucci on Calvin Phillips, or it's a throw. It's a throw for England. Send quickly, Luke Shaw back to the captain, Harry Kane.
Pass inside to Kyle Walker.
Pass inside to Kyle Walker. This is not a bad ball.
Wow, good try. That's a good ball.
And now we see why Kieran Trippier has been announced for this lineup. Those are some very, very telling crosses inside the 18-yard box for Kieran Trippier. And the 2 crosses he's had so far, brilliant run there by Kieran Trippier and sent inside. If Chiellini wasn't there, I'm sure that Raheem Sterling would have put that ball into the back of the net. It probably would have been 2-0 for England. So
definitely
a very, very, very good start by the 3 Lions, Craig.
Yeah, I'm realizing though Italy cannot. They're having trouble with the pace of the England team already. So you realize they're trying to play a slow,
Yes. Slow
constructed
down the
game,
game.
which will suit
Right.
them actually. But once England gets the ball, you can see that England are pressing because they know that they
Right.
have a pace at their advantage. Lot of fast players actually.
Yeah. Yeah. But
I think
even in
I think they were
defense,
saying that the average. I think they were saying that England is the fastest team in the Euros.
yeah, and even their defenders is quite quick. You know, John Stones is
Oh
not
come
a
on, look here. Kyle Walker alone send up that number. Kyle Walker can run 100 meters under 10
Oh
seconds,
yeah.
brother.
Oh yeah.
The
Oh
man
yeah.
fast.
Oh boy.
And to be honest,
Oh boy.
I don't think he gets the recognition international that he deserves. But he's a very
No.
good wing
No.
back. He's a very good
Yes.
player. Very
Yes.
very
Yeah.
solid, strong,
Side
fast.
pass, and he
Yeah,
also can provide
yeah, man.
attacking options. If you want somebody to blaze down the wing,
Definitely.
Kyle Walker is the man.
Yeah, man.
As we see a
Yeah,
foul,
Harry
a
Kane.
replay
Yeah,
of
man.
a foul on
Yeah, Harry
Kane
Kane.
by Marco Verratti. Barella taking long to get up off his feet as we see the
Gingerly.
cross goal one more time.
Excellent ball, man. Excellent.
Ball
Even better finish.
by Di Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo is the man that was the culprit.
And Chris.
Yeah.
Chris, I was saying just to say to all those young people, the young men that want to become aspiring footballers, look at Luke Shaw's goal just now. Pure technique.
Yes,
watch the ball, toes down.
No,
didn't swing very hard through the ball. Hit the ball on the floor. The
again, look at Kieran Trippier send that ball inside, and nobody was there to meet it. And Di Lorenzo put that one into touch, and guys,
Italy in trouble already.
We have to give Gareth Southgate some credit for having Kieran Trippier on the field. He's been literally unmarked for the 12 minutes that this Euro finals has been played so far. And Di Lorenzo this time not letting that ball drop to the goal scoring left back Luke Shaw.
But Chris,
it's still
do you realize who's playing as the striker for Manchester
Sterling.
England?
Sterling.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So a little bit of trick going on, which is a good
tactic inside, collected by Gianluigi Donnarumma. And ball rolled across for Ciro Immobile. Immobile charging forward.
Foul there.
And referee says no
foul. No foul. Okay, good.
Seems as if he jumped and fell. And Jordan Pickford just calming down his team. And going forward now seems to be John Stones. It goes forward to the man Raheem Sterling. Sterling using his pace to try and get by the Italian defenders. And England just patiently going forward, and we see where England is really taking their time here. Got the first goal, got the only goal so far of the contest, but they're not rushing things too much, and that is what they needed to do to be effective in this game. Brilliant ball there by the man Luke Shaw to Mason Mount. And good defending there by Jorginho. Very good tackle by Jorginho. And it's a corner, and England looking very threatening in this game, guys. England is really doing well.
Georgina using every means necessary to tackle us now.
Georgina is not playing around.
Yeah.
Of
and
course,
his fellow club teammate
Mason Mount battling it out with Jorginho. Want to say thank you so much, guys. We've hit 170 subscribers. It's 173 so far. So we want to say big ups to everybody that has subscribed so far. And it's a road to 500 as we see Kieran Trippier again. Didn't go for the cross initially. And that was swinging in too much or too fast for anybody to latch on to that one. Italy has possession. Still 1-0 to England. 14 and a half minutes gone in this Euro 2020 final. And this will be the first trophy for England in 55 years. And it's really is something that would have to.
I think England actually took a page out of Spain's book in terms of style of play, in terms of keeping Italy on the back foot. You realize, well, not on this particular build-up, but generally England is rushing, trying to rush Italy off the ball. getting them out of their comfort zone and they break with pace. It is a
Right.
good
But
tactic.
the Italian style of play is usually
They want to play
slow
slow, you
down
know.
the game.
They want to
Yeah,
play slow.
and do some, and
Build up.
Italy is a tough team to. It's a tough team to break down. That goal was exceptional. Good one. That's why England are up 1-0.
Yeah, Luke Shaw, 1 goal in 6 matches. 2 assists for Luke Shaw.
Manchester United production.
And it could be the most important one of the tournament for them.
It could be what a piece of thing if this was the only goal in the game. They can't have United fans going up.
Pay the man some money. You better give the man some money.
It would have been it would have been the Di Maria of Argentina.
I don't want to talk about football. A beautiful ball inside.
Dangerous position.
Kyle Walker as usual.
Emerson, it wasn't offside for Emerson. He's also a Chelsea man as well.
Yeah.
He's actually a Brazilian, Emerson, but decided to switch to Italy. So that piece of information, not a lot of persons do know. So is that De Rossi there on the bench in his suit? Because we know that I think it was De Rossi is the player that really grew his beard during his last stages at AS Roma, I believe. As we see the goal scorer Luke Shaw being battled there, hustled off the ball by Chiesa, but miscommunication between him and Declan Rice, Mason Mount, and that goes into touch for a goal kick. Donnarumma going to Paris Saint-Germain, came along with Sergio Ramos and Achraf Hakimi from Inter Milan. So 3 big name players going to the French Giants this summer. A flick over the head there by Jorginho on Calvin Phillips.
But me have a question. This man don't play the same for Chelsea now, so why am I do? Brother. Italy with that good clearance by
Craig. Remember, you have to give the man in props. Don't take it so soon.
No, but this is the man pile Calvin Phillips a while ago, brother.
Mm-hmm.
The man flick one over Calvin Phillips a while ago.
All right, Chiesa mistimed, and Chiesa is not very happy with the way things are going so far. Roberto Mancini versus Gareth Southgate. Many persons don't remember that Gareth Southgate missed a penalty. And I think it was, believe, a semi-finals for England in a Euro semi-finals. I believe it was in the 90s or the late 80s, and he missed a penalty in the penalty shootout, and they lost that semi-final. So Gareth Southgate would want to now win it as a coach, had the opportunity to win it as a player. But now able to try and win it as a coach. But he's really in good standings at the moment because his team is leading by 1-0. For the past 3 years, you could say, Craig, that Gareth Southgate has managed to do some damage in major tournaments, finals in the Euros, and semi-finals at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Not bad for Gareth Southgate at all, even though many persons, including David Lewis, very critical of Gareth Southgate. Right. But he's done pretty well for himself.
You see that? Look at that. Look at this amount of space England has to make the passes in the middle of the park.
I'm still not sure.
It seems as if England is playing with an extra man.
Right. I'm not sure as to why Kieran Trippier is getting so much space on the right-hand side, and the referee calls that back for a foul. I'm still trying to wonder. 19 minutes gone, 19 and a half minutes gone, and we see the jostle for possession.
Yeah, Harry Kane in the battles as usual. Very strong on the ball.
Yes, he's actually very strong on the ball. But I'm not sure as to why they're still giving Kieran Trippier that much space. A creative.
I think the back four of Italy, because they know of the threat, the pace threat. They don't really want to be pulled outside of. They don't want to be pulled too far apart from each other. So
That ball sent it to
Physical
touch. No
tackle.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Kieran
The
Trippier
ball
just
was there to be attempted at. So
2-minute goal from Luke Shaw.
the best start any team would have wanted, because that's advantage your team.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Italy basically has to force the issue now.
they do have to force the issue. Harry Kane, one Manchester player to another, back to Harry Maguire. And then back to the Everton goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford. England slowly building, and that build has now died down.
Italy players on the floor.
0 losses in major tournament matches at Wembley Stadium.
Jorginho is down.
Jorginho is down on the field. It seems to be his right foot. It's outstretched.
Holding his knee or lower leg area.
If it's his knee, then it would be his left foot, as we see Roberto Mancini barking orders there. It is his left foot. His knee having some discomfort. You would not want to lose Jorginho. He has
It's the right one.
Been a very, very good player for it. Is the right one, the right knee. He is receiving instructions from the Italian manager, Roberto Mancini, and Luke Shaw. Instructions as we see the goal once more, this time from bird's eye view. And there we go. Time on the ball.
But Chris,
Beautiful
and I've always said this. Why don't the defenders attack or try and close down the square from coming in? They stopped and they were basically inviting in the cross.
Yeah,
it's a flaw I'm seeing as of late in football. It is annoying.
Yes. Tom Cruise and
David Beckham.
David Beckham there sharing fist bumps.
The real David Beckham.
Not the real David Beckham, not David Lewis. It does not look good for Jorginho at all. And he is being helped
walking gingerly.
Yes, he is. Would not want this. This is not the first time important player for a team has been lost to injury in the first 25 minutes of a game. We know in 2016, Cristiano Ronaldo was injured.
Yeah, that was as a result of a harsh tackle. That was
a harsh tackle on him. So
Italy tried to manage well. Sub is warming up now.
Yes, Sub is warming
Jorginho.
up. I'm trying to figure out who that player is. But the show must go on.
Jorginho is back on the field, I think.
Federico Chiesa.
Can Chiesa make a difference?
Tries to take on two defenders.
Enough coverage around there for England.
Yes, very good coverage. John Stones and Harry Maguire have done pretty well. Declan Rice turning. Ooh, nicely done by Declan Rice. And England is just very calm on the ball. Seems to be able to get out of dangerous situations pretty easily so far. About 24 minutes gone in this contest. England leading by a 1-0. Goal scored in the second minute by Luke Shaw, who I think deserved that goal after his brilliant performance so far in the Euros. Got a double assist for his troubles against Ukraine. And now has a goal to show for it. Raheem Sterling on the ball now for the Three Lions. Brilliant work there by Raheem Sterling.
Yes.
Sterling again, but I'm not sure as to why he wanted to send that ball forward. There was nobody there to meet it.
Raheem Sterling is a menace in the middle of the park, brother.
He is. Ooh. Jump there. And Insigne on the ball now for Italy. It's 3 versus 4 for Italy. Very good coverage by Harry Maguire. And again, and it's a sliding challenge there by Federico Chiesa, and it will be a corner. He's still hobbling a little bit, Jorginho. Yeah. Ooh, brilliant work.
Walk past Jorginho like Jorginho standing, man.
And he hyperextended the knee that was taken.
Yeah, but I think that was what caused the initial knock, like a clash of legs.
So I'm seeing where persons are commenting. on the Facebook post. So them now watch the match too. Yes, but we'd want everybody to at least know what's going on. It's a sliding challenge there by Federico Chiesa. So it is still
One love.
one love. Want to say also thanks to everybody that's watching on Facebook at the moment. We'll say thank you for all the likes and the comments so far on both YouTube and on Facebook. We're up to 173 subscribers on YouTube. We would want to get up to 500 before the summer ends. So we need, by my estimation, 327 more subscribers to reach that 500 mark. Italy just trying to build slowly, but again a misplaced pass, and Harry Maguire, not the best pass for the Manchester United captain.
Intercepted by Italy.
Yes. So guys, what do you think about the match so far? Bell, start with you.
England seems to be the more hungry team. But at the same time, Italy is trying to get England to play their style of football, which is slowing down the game and trying to make passes. But England is attacking, nevertheless. And I think if the England team continues to attack like this, you're going to be seeing more goals in the game from England.
Craig, what do you think about so far?
Yeah, I'm thinking England being the aggressor kind of paid off, especially as you can see right at the beginning of the game, which now is an advantage for them. But as we had said at the beginning of the match, from the our predictions and stuff, the X factors in the game, and we're seeing where Harry Kane and Raheem Sterling particularly running the Italian midfield to shreds. Yeah, man. So, yeah, England, advantage England. Definitely.
So, England so far have the advantage. Wow.
Seeing where the Italian team doesn't look as fluid as they have been prior to, since the semifinals and now today, not looking as fluent as we've seen them before.
Yeah, and even
they actually did show signs of 1 second.
Okay,
England in an advanced position.
Harry Kane turns. Again, has to go back to Declan Rice, who goes over to the goal scorer Luke Shaw. And
patient build up, you know?
Patiently building up, and that's the thing with them, is that they're not rushing things, they're just patiently building.
And that's the advantage of scoring early as well.
That is the thing. But I don't think any of us expected them to score that early.
Absolutely not.
To be honest. So the fact that they're able to score that early really shows how dangerous they decided to act.
And the next thing to Chris, I think the Italian team, they don't look, even though they're trying to play their style of football, they don't look as fluent doing so. They are more showing signs of fatigue, because the Italian team that we're watching right now is not the ones that were playing the semifinals and the quarterfinals.
But
they
even in the
pumped up.
I was saying, even in the quarterfinals, even when they were in a bit of trouble against Austria, they never looked like they were gonna be deterred in terms of winning the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And even now, I think it's because they haven't been pressured this much. We spoke about England and their competition in front of them. I mean, being this pressured, even with Belgium, right? Even facing Belgium, I don't think Belgium pressured Italy as how England are pressuring Italy at the moment. And what are you going to be able to do under the pressure? I mean, are you going to change your tactics, or are you going to crumble? So that's what is happening at the moment, because a lot of attacks surging forward for England, it seems very dangerous. And the fact that they're giving people like, Harry Kane, Raheem Sterling, and Kieran Trippier so much space, it begs the question, what are they going to do to fix this? What does Mancini do to fix this? Because it's just under 15 minutes before we head into halftime, and still Italy doesn't really look like they're going to score or get the equalizer.
Right.
But still, they have a lot of time left. They still have an entire half, plus they have just under 14 minutes of this half to go. It's 31 and a half minutes gone. Lorenzo Insigne. Brilliant interception by Declan Rice, but Italy gets back the ball. Italy again in the attack. Still no way through. They're being clogged in the middle of the park, or in the middle.
And England can afford to do that, because once they win the ball, they have guys out there that can run with the ball.
Right.
So
Italy
being...
they're still rushing a little bit in Italy. They're not basically composed. They're not relaxed in the game so far. So
yeah,
England really looking the better of the two teams. Gareth Southgate has to be given some sort of credit for this. I really want David to pop up on
yes, we need an English player, an Englishman to
we really would need
Where is
somebody.
Robert?
Robert, I'm not sure, I'm not sure where Robert is, Hopefully he can participate in this live. So Italy going forward, Emerson. And there's an argument between Kieran Trippier and Emerson. Whether it's a corner.
Is that what Chelsea talk now?
Well, I'm not 100%. I don't. Well, I mean, it would say if it was a few years ago, it would have been a Chelsea-Tottenham rivalry, but it's no longer that.
Yeah.
Both players have won a title in their own right this season. Of course, Kieran Trippier part of that league-winning Atletico side, as we see them going across once more.
Sterling almost get played in just now.
Right, just not able to get that one. As we see.
Well, it's raining a little bit down there as well.
It is. Maybe showers of blessings for the Three Lions, you would say.
Say it's coming home.
Maybe it's not going to Rome after all. But still just under 11 minutes to go in the first half. And England would be going into the half if it remains this way, going into the half. Oh my.
Calvin, I get so much pile today.
That's two? Two so far? But you would credit the aggression. But even though, of course, Mark, as we see a shot there, just wide of the mark by Federico Chiesa. And that has been the best opportunity for Italy so far. Brilliant work by Federico Chiesa, and did the work himself just wide of the mark. And Italy trying to see if they can come into their own in this game. 35 minutes gone, and it's still 1-0. Was hoping to make that 1-1. as we see ball sent forward by Harry Maguire, or was attempting to send that ball forward, as we see the stats on the screen. For those who are not seeing it, 59% possession for the Italians as opposed to 41, but the 41% of the possession is being used brilliantly. Ball sent forward to Luke Shaw. Battle for him and Chiesa. Chiesa had to drop back. Ball sent forward. Ooh.
That
was a telling ball.
Yes, that exactly. Certainly was.
Wow, Mason Mount couldn't latch on to that one. Emerson had to do some defensive work. And again, England just coming forward. They are not letting up at all in this game versus Italy.
Yeah, because they're aware that one goal can't do, The more you score, the better it is for you.
Exactly.
Like hardly nowadays you see one lovely being enough. Hardly, as in,
Oh no.
It still happens, as you can see the Champions League finals and
it's still and Manchester, right? But the thing is, apart from scoring that goal, that one goal, the team
and that early in the game,
extremely defensive. That early in the game, the team have to be extremely defensive. Going forward for the rest of the 90 minutes and over the extra time. So yes, you score the goal, but if you don't play defense, I mean.
Well, not only have they scored the goal, they've pressured Italy more than once in this game. And the referee, Bjorn Kuipers from the Netherlands, saying that it's a
ball, man, stop complaining.
Well, Luke Shaw thought it was a foul being called back, which is the reason why he stopped. And not a bad ball there. Chiellini actually up in the middle of the park.
Ooh. Lost control of the ball.
Lost control of the ball.
And that's one of Emerson's flaws. He loves to carry the ball, but he has a tendency to over dribble.
Oh, studs up too.
Yeah.
He's lucky he didn't get a card for that one. Studs up and hit Declan Rice in the foot. So he's very lucky. Very, very lucky.
Oh, yes.
Yes, very lucky. So, England, it's probably coming home. Probably.
I'm still sticking by my 2-1.
It's an offside call by.
Or will it be that Italy can cause an upset?
I think so. Like I said, they still have a lot of time. Very good call by the assistant referee, but they do have time. They have less than 7. We'll call it 6 minutes to go in the half, and they have another 45 minutes to score and win the game. I mean, we've seen goals scored in 2 goals in 5 minutes, 2 goals in 3 minutes, 2 goals in 2 minutes. So they do still have time, but I mean, if they're rushing like this and their composure is not there, I see England scoring another goal in this game and maybe killing the game, to be honest.
Ball across the flank to Emerson.
Yeah. Emerson with the ball for Italy. Ball given back to Emerson. Nobody is there to collect but Calvin Phillips from England. And they were crying for a foul there on Harry Kane by Bonucci. But the referee says no. Jorginho trying to orchestrate something for Italy.
Looks like he has recovered from that knock.
He has recovered. pretty well. He's not moving gingerly. He's coming back to help the defense.
The power of the magic spray, you know.
I'm not sure as to what they're having that spray now. Some strong.
All I know is it's very cold.
Yes, very very cold.
All right, England, Poland. Okay,
Yes,
in the
5
battle,
likes
as
so
usual.
far on the YouTube channel, guys. Remember to like up the video, continue to like, tell everybody the watch party is here. So
But
you
Chris,
guys, yep.
based on our discussion last week, what was the prediction? The predictor we had we selected England and Italy.
After a couple of quarterfinal games, ball sent forward for Italy, sent across.
Why the ref not come out that way?
Ref is just standing there.
Yeah,
Italian players too. I'm not sure as to why he wants to do that, but I forgot that Romel said bless up on the Sunday. Bless up, Romel. It's always good to see you on the YouTube live. Italy
showing a lack of creativity.
Very much so, and this is to.
I think it can be attributed to England's stellar defensive setup.
And again, we have to give Gareth Southgate some credit. You put 2 defensive midfielders that because though they are playing CDM in the 4-2-3-1 formation which Gareth Southgate has been using the entire competition, and you put them in the middle of the park, and it's working because the creativity, the fluidity that Italy has from midfield to attack.
You're not seeing it?
You're not seeing it because you have Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice playing that defensive role in the middle of the park, and then you have persons like Harry Kane being the creative one in the middle, as well as Kieran Trippier out wide. So really and truly, you do have the creativity for England, but you don't have it as much for Italy because of the telling factor with Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips.
Referee telling the player to get up.
And again you see the defensive work. Ball sent forward.
Clash between Sterling and I don't think Sterling is ever going to get an next call like that anytime soon.
No, sir. Not with what has been going on. They were shouting for a handled ball. Done brilliantly by Declan Rice. Declan Rice still going forward. Ooh. The referee says no.
Yeah, the referee is doing a good job, you know. No, I'm realizing that it's a scruffy game.
Yeah.
If the foul isn't blatant, he's not going to call it, which is good for the game.
Well, it's a Dutchman, so they're not known.
Beautiful game.
Not known to, of course, we know that beautiful game who it is attributed to.
Mm-hmm.
The man Johan Cruyff. As we see, Jamal, we're not hearing you. He said one moment.
Well, go on, Brazilian. Whoa! Wow.
Blessed.
I'm a Brazilian, man. I'm a European, man. Say the man look.
Well, Bonita said he's passing through, Craig. So you will let him. He's here.
No, I'm not come off of the car. What's inside? I'm not telling you.
No, I'm not hearing you, Jamal. We're still not hearing you.
All right, laptop, I get some problem, brother.
No,
you see laptop from last week?
Yes, I think he has to probably give permission to StreamYard in order for it to in order for us to hear him. I'm not 100% sure. So I'm not sure as to what's going on. But Italy not looking as fluent still. And really, the referee has indicated 4 minutes.
4 minutes? Oh, for maybe the Georgina injury.
Yes. Where was that? Oh, well, but that was 4 minutes, Craig.
Yeah, they put up 4 minutes.
2 minutes because them take the Remember, they take him off of the field, you know.
Right. And remember, there were a lot of fouls in this game too, you know.
Well, true.
I would have been better
Yes.
if England would have been.
We're hearing, you know, Jamal.
Yeah, man, I just joined on my phone. I don't know why my laptop not giving permission to it, because you're right, but whatever. Just join on my phone instead.
Well, one Brazilian.
But I hear that too, you know, but me not choose to ignore that part.
What about gear? See your boy gonna win something now. About give him Ballon d'Or.
Who that?
Messi, man.
Oh, shot there by Italy. From
Yeah,
Marco
first one on the game for the game.
First one on target for Italy. But I don't believe that's the best opportunity for them. I think that Federico Chiesa
Good block there by John Stones.
would block by John Stones.
Jamal,
I think, yeah.
Chris wanted to know what would have been your prediction prior to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to the game, I would have said Italy. I won't change it I won't change the prediction I would have had. Obviously, the game is playing out differently.
I predicted 2-1 to Italy.
Okay, I would have said the same actually. 2-1 to Italy.
I predicted 0-0. And then 2 minutes in, can I change my prediction?
No, I never said. I never said.
But you can't predict 0-0 in the finals.
No, I never
Yes,
said.
you have.
He said I would have gone to penalties.
No, I said it was going to be a deadlock and then go to penalty. 1-1 of me eventually. But it seemed to me that more goals in the game, so I don't.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is,
Let's go with that.
Italy would have come into the game to control the game, but because them go behind so early, it's a different game for them now. They're still controlling the game as much as they don't look so good, right? England still struggling to get too much touches off the ball. The trouble for them now.
Again, not a good pass.
The trouble for them now is that they're behind because when they control the game, either at a level pegging it on the scoreline, or you're up a goal, you're fine. But when you're controlling the game from behind and you're not actually attacking quickly or making too many chances to score, it becomes an issue.
Yeah. And England are breaking with pace.
True.
Yes, that's the thing.
Sterling a menace in the midfield, brother.
England is exactly where they need to be. They're leading. Italy going to keep the ball, but that's fine because when England get the ball, they can just counter, and they're very good at it.
Yeah, and they're countering pretty well. But Jamal, would you say now that the setup that, as we see a shot there by seems to be Bonucci?
Yeah.
Yes. Would you say that the setup by Gareth Southgate is making a lot of sense now? Because we always speak about the creativity and Kieran Trippier turns out in this game he has been very creative. Those crosses from the right has been very, very dangerous. And we see the drop back from Harry Kane to be that creative man sending it forward for Sterling to attack. Do you think that maybe this is quite smart or intelligent from Gareth Southgate to have Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips in the middle?
Here's the thing. You can always look at a victory and say you're right. Or as the case is right now, you look at leading the score and say it was the best thing to do. Right? So you can't really look at that and say, oh, definitely then them should do all along. But at the same time, the team that Southgate put out was to fit the system he wanted to play. It's as simple as that. The system he wanted to play required certain players or certain attributes from whoever is on the field. The problem I think most people had wasn't so much that the team he picked was a weak one or wasn't the best one or wasn't a good one. I think the problem was more they wanted to see something a bit more adventurous, a bit more attack-minded, and they have players who could excite. But instead, they go for this kind of dour football, which I think was really the problem. It was less a matter of who he actually put out on the field. Because the system, as we've seen, works. Because to this day, they've only conceded a single goal.
Right. So Halftime is upon us, of course, and England leading by a goal to nil. That goal scored in the second minute by Luke Shaw. What do you think about that one, Jamal? Very good goal by Luke Shaw.
Well, I tell you what, when you have wing back to wing back linking up, that's always indicative of or at least it tends to be anyway. Let me not say always, but it tends to be indicative of good play, because the fact that wing back to wing back linking up means that they're exploiting all the space available to them, because they will have players in the middle, and then they also have their players on the wide or in the wide positions getting involved as well. And in a case like this, it's one of those situations. They work the ball well, they get into that position, they played it quickly, and then the cross probably wasn't, because ideally you'd probably think that he's aiming for one of Hurricane or somebody like that. It comes out to Shaw, and he does better than I think anybody, even himself, would have expected in putting that in one time. But look, it's one of them things. You see when the ball comes to your sweet, when you get a connection on it, you just need to put it on goal. Can anything can happen.
But Jamal, I was saying to Chris, if we could see the goal again, he didn't try to swing his foot through the ball.
Exactly, he just tried to
technique
put it on
and
target.
just catch it on the bounce, right into the meat, right at the laces. Keep a dead man.
Yeah, so because that's look. If it was Harry Kane, you could understand if he probably tried something a little more spectacular, because he would have that technique. You're Luke Shaw. You're the left back.
Striker is a striker's finish.
It was a striker's finish. That was the first thing I said when I saw it too. But you're Luke Shaw. You're a left back. You're really supposed to put in crosses. At the end of the day, all you really are gonna do is like you're gonna try put it on target, and that was obviously the first thing he tried to do. Because there have been times for Manchester United where you get chances like that and do rubbish with it. But then there are other times when him just try get a good connection and get it on target, and those usually work out well. He scored a goal similar to that. I don't remember when, but he scored a goal similar to that. It was a better strike, but similarly, he just wanted a good connection and he just put it on target and score.
I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was against this old club Southampton,
Yeah, might have been.
I think it was against Southampton, in that game. But halftime, guys, I have to get you guys' opinion on what has happened in the first half. I'll start with Craig. Craig, tell me, what do you think about the first half between England and Italy?
As we were saying in the throughout the game, England at the start of the game, England basically forced the issue, which was good for them, because in forcing the issue, it basically it resulted in a goal, and as a result, Italy are now they would have had to make a revamp to their tactics, for want of a better term, then. And as such, but in terms of like the flow of the game, I think it is playing out the way that I expected it to. Minus that early goal, I expected England to be more counter-attacking with the pace that they have, and Italy trying to play slow and methodical. But I think then I hope that the Italians realize that style of play is not going to work against this England team, because they have their setup spot on so far. So let's see what can happen come second half. If it's with a little luck and stuff. But yeah, it's a good game so far. No clear-cut chances yet for both teams prior to that first goal. But yeah, kind of crazy.
Yeah, but the first goal the only goal that we had in the contest, Luke Shaw was calling for that ball. I just saw the
long time. Yeah, man. Yeah, he had his hand up.
Because he knew that. As you see that shot there by Federico Chiesa.
Yeah, that was close,
That's why I said it was the best opportunity. As we see the stats, Italy, 6 shots, 62% possession. England, 1 shot on target, and that 1 goal.
That's all.
And they had 38% possession. Yardy Views joining in as well. He says if Italy equalizes, it goes to penalty, then Italy will win. That's what Mr. Bell was saying.
All right. Yes,
Score post though.
big up Yardy views. You're
Have a
on point with
Chris.
that.
Chris,
Yeah.
have a side point. Just looking at how funny football can be.
Mhm.
Where's Marcus Rashford?
He's not even playing.
Is
He's not.
it safe to say that his impact on the international team is basically or is coming to an end? Because he's not first on the substitution list. He's not second. He's not third. He's not even fourth.
Yeah, because you look at if Saka is not starting, he's a option. You have Jack Grealish,
Grealish and Saka
Sancho.
they are in front of him.
Sancho,
Henderson in front of him.
Henderson too,
That's three.
and Sancho.
All right. Four.
So I'm not sure as to what's going on, but
Remember, Gareth Southgate has been to most, if not all, of the England matches. We have seen him a couple of Manchester United matches also. I think it is obvious that even the previous season gone, Marcus Rashford is not as sharp as he was when he started out. He has lose his form. Lost his form prior to the last season here gone, and in the last season gone, it proved.
I think it was when he had that. You remember when he had that back injury? He was. I've seen his decline since that major back problem.
Definitely. What else? What I realized also is that Southgate is looking at. If you realize, while Rashford lost that form, Dominic Calvert-Lewin on the other end was scoring goals.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you realize that the coaches now that are looking, the international coaches that are looking at the club, the footballers that are playing club football, they look for them for that one thing, consistency, which Marcus Rashford has not had over the past 2 seasons. So that would have ruled him out.
And Bill, and we must also look at the fact that because England is a stacked team, he has options galore.
Right. So it's like
I think England has.
You have to definitely be up there to, Yeah.
The last. When we're looking at World Cup, we're saying that France had the most midfielders and stuff. But right now, per position, England have the best team.
Yeah, they do, and they have. It's not like they have bad options.
Good.
They have
options that can start
options in the middle of the
any
park.
team.
They probably can outfit another 11, and that team would have still been decent enough.
Easily. Because
England
I don't
now,
even see. All right, when you look at the dynasties, like let's say the Spanish league and the Italian league and all of that. None of those leagues have like putting players together. You would say Spain now. Spain have all those options from all 20 clubs, top tier. They even then in Spain they don't have that much, players to choose from like in the English.
Quality.
I think English Premier quality, right? You can know who is going to get to play for, because when you look at Spain, just basically the same players that you see are dominant.
Because Bell, look at it, and truth be told, Brazil would have done well with a midfielder like Grealish yesterday.
Oh yes.
We don't have no man in the middle for do that. We don't have no man in the middle of the park for do that.
Nobody.
And this man come off the bench for England.
You know that was what they wanted from Casemiro. But you see, Casemiro give you more defensive.
He's a defensive mid,
and he's solid. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So it's hard for him to play like that. If we did have somebody creative, if we had a let me see now. If 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 Brazil had a Di Maria, so to
Yeah,
speak, in the
somebody with some
middle
attacking prowess.
that can string the passes, they can hold up
Score
the
a goal.
ball, make and also score. I think that would have been a missing piece. That is the missing piece in Brazil lineup. But
Okay.
like I was saying earlier, the England has Southgate has so much option.
Yeah.
It's just
Chris,
I don't
Chris,
know.
it would have been good if
In,
you could have if you could have played back that video that we were talking at M10 when I said I think England is going to win. When all the England man them
I
say,
said
oh,
it too.
all
He
England,
did.
No, but
He
David
did.
say,
Craig,
oh, but I want to say, oh, Bridget, you must have faith in your side, man. Come on, where's
I
the confidence?
it's funny for the real Craig. I think it was me and Craig said that
Alone, yeah,
my options were
Portugal.
England, and I said Portugal can do well, but because they're in the
Mm-hmm.
group of death,
Yeah, that was
I would
tricky.
see Belgium going up over them. So I guess Craig, David said, well, England
Him
always
never,
disappoint.
yeah, him
So I'm not
basically say him
looking
no
for
want to say that.
nothing.
Cause if him say it every time, say it inside
Right,
lose. So it look like him right at all. Cause inside that, him not say nothing inside that win.
right.
Oh,
But Craig, in
Yes.
another 45 minutes,
I'm replaying the video, guys.
oh,
And
yeah,
I
oh, you
think
find it?
Mark said that England has a deep squad. So yes, he is
right,
right.
Oh, this say it, man.
yeah. That but funny enough, Craig, in
Mm.
45 minutes, I sorry for you if England ever win.
Me, you too, Chris too. Hold on. Shall we bring Brazil in? You forget?
No,
Shall we bring one
no, I
side?
know that. No, it's not just the Brazil, He's
Oh,
out for
David?
you and Ren. You and
Oh,
Ren.
David?
You and Ren. Yeah.
No, look here.
Yesterday,
Look
making
here. If England win, I'm gonna tell him congratulations. After 55 years, of course. Look here. I'm no in
hey,
defeat and in winning. You have to be, you have
it's
to be
good.
sportsman.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
right.
man. I'm
Yes.
But
honorably in a defeat, man.
I believe that David and Ren is going to have a showdown this
No,
season.
but look here now. But you see, I'm telling you, I don't
Yeah, I
like
am
now.
waiting for it, I'm waiting for
Chris,
it.
you see, if this English team win, you ever hear the media say, "Oh Lord, don't be surprised." When them say, "Oh, the greatest team this ever." The media love do them type of thing.
It's not.
So Janai says, big kudos to the coach for
Yeah, man.
starting Kieran Trippier. I actually second that
Same
notion
thing.
because,
Same thing. You
Well,
said,
like
Chris.
I said, out of the
It's
two,
the
out
first
of
game he
Walker,
started, right?
out,
It's the first game he started, right?
no,
As in
yeah,
for the tournament.
No.
for the tournament,
Yeah,
no,
yes,
this is the
yes.
second. This is the second. He
Okay,
started
second.
the
No.
Okay.
first game over Shaw at left
The
back.
first game.
Okay.
Right.
So you have Kyle Walker as the defensive fullback. So you put him in that 3 center back role, and then you have, of course, Kieran Trippier being the creative fullback. So you have Kieran Trippier that is there servicing the ball into the box, because, like I said, most of the ball swung into the box. They have been dangerous by Trippier. Most of
Right.
them. And it's just for somebody to latch onto it. I am telling you,
I think,
if those services were latched onto, I can guarantee you that it would not be 1-0. No, it would be at least 3-4-0 to England.
he had four telling balls passing up into the right dead on in the 6-yard box.
Right.
It's just that Luke Shaw
Second
latched
half
on
about
to
to
one.
start.
Sterling missed one. There was another one that he
Kane.
passed through, I think,
Mount.
Hurricane, right?
Mason
Right
Mount.
on Mount. 4
So
balls. And if
this
all
could
of
be-
those players did latch on, this would have been a 4-0 game.
They have easily, as we see, the second half is about to start. 45 minutes
And they're
until
featuring the main man.
45 minutes until David Lewis can really ring off our phone and say it's coming home.
Look
Hey,
here,
now David, now
look
watch how much
here,
and David
look
go there
here.
in the prayer room right now and I pray, pray to the Lord.
No,
Pray hard.
let me tell you something. You see, if David was watching this match, maybe him out of range on the road, but if David was latched on to the TV, David would have sent an eyeball in the group long time when him see one goal score.
True. So him probably on right. I understand what you're saying. So it based on what is going on, it looks as if England will make it 12 wins at Wembley Stadium playing there. They have not lost at Wembley Stadium.
You just all that comment,
So we'll see if they can keep that record. But so far, they are doing pretty well.
Any changes made the second half?
Davis Mancini face is
No change so far.
Him a sweat. Yeah, talk about England supporter, he must sweat too. But I mean, kudos to England as we see Jadon Sancho exercise. Well, he's preparing on the side, warming up on the side of the field. Jadon Sancho. We know that Sancho only started one game so far in the season, in the tournament.
I think Southgate is going to put him on from Mount.
Maybe.
First yellow card is
foul from behind there by who is that? Di Lorenzo or no? That's Locatel. That's Barella. Yes, that is Barella. So Barella is the one that receives the yellow card, the first one of the contest. 47 minutes gone, and it is still 1-0. Just started the second half, and England looking to get their first title of a major tournament as a nation in 55 years. The last time they went to a final was the last time and the first time they won a title, and that was in 1966 in the World Cup. So they're looking to grab a second trophy, of course. And Luke Shaw on the ball sent it across to Raheem Sterling.
That looked like a penalty.
And the referee says no penalty.
You don't see that look close though.
It looks
you see that again.
Close. We're gonna look at it.
I don't think you see because he didn't have the ball directly on him. Well, now show the replay.
Well, I'm not seeing
Raheem again, the X factor that I predicted, as in his pace and his constant movement.
Yeah.
With and without the ball.
If the ball was still close to his feet, we probably would have said a different story right now. Probably would have been definitely. So brilliant work there by Kieran Trippier doing his defensive work as a fullback.
Clearance first. Why
clearance there by Jordan.
Let's see this.
Nothing in it. I don't think so. I don't think so.
He didn't have full control of the ball either.
No, nothing in it. Nothing in it.
Yeah, good no call.
Janai is not very happy. Say stop diving, Sterling.
Janai, he must say imagine them saying they are Rick Scafield and a nigger man. Have you seen some of the memes regarding Sterling?
Oh gosh, man.
One of them says Sterling forgot join. Oh my diver you would from Jamaica name.
Oh, you want a night.
Oh.
Italy now surging forward. Insigne with the ball.
That's a foul.
And the referee says it's a foul in a very dangerous position.
Yeah, right at the D.
And Kuiper says it is a push in the back by Sterling.
Yeah, man, it's a foul.
Yeah, no problem there. Yeah, so I understand. I understand where that call is coming from, but it's a very dangerous
right in the middle.
Right there for Italy. And again, is Emerson I would predict Emerson to take this one over Insigne.
No, Barrel. Insigne, I think it.
It's Emerson and Insigne.
Hey, Chris, you ever see Emerson score free kick at Italy, much less Chelsea?
Well, true. but him have it. Maybe. Insigne. That was close. That was close for Italy, and England can breathe a sigh of relief. What an opportunity for Italy. Not as close as we saw from action right real time, we should say. But Jordan Pickford saw that one all the way through and didn't bother to die for that one. So
Set up his wall perfectly as well.
set up his wall very good.
Rotate down by Harry Kane, boy.
Well
Harry
done.
Kane playing like a midfield maestro.
Well, we only for the past couple of seasons see his attacking prowess in terms of scoring goals, but
Yeah, but his
I
ball
don't think
distribution.
he give him as much
Yeah.
credit for his vision. And
Yeah,
I know
and-
David has been talking about it for quite some time this season,
Yeah.
and he really has been coming to the forefront for Tottenham. He won Golden Boot as well as he got the award for the most assists in the season for the Premier League. So, like I said, it's really smart and intelligent by Gareth Southgate. If this is what he told them to do at the start of the game, to have Raheem Sterling go up in attack and have Harry Kane drop back in terms of creativity, then it's working pretty well for them.
Harry Kane also he generally works very hard. I think he leaves everything on the pitch. And awesome composure there by Kyle Walker.
Yeah, very much so.
What we've come to know and expect of Kyle. Always
we
one of those safe defenders.
Yeah, we always cuss when Kyle Walker doesn't do well, and he's starting to create mistakes more often than not.
Italy look like they're gonna make a double change.
We're seeing though that Italy is playing a little more faster.
Yeah, but
so Italy game has stepped up.
Yeah, they should have done that for quite some time now, because they do have players like Immobile and Jorginho, that even though Jorginho is not fast, you can have somebody like that, because the thing is, as we see Emerson going forward for Italy, where Jorginho has controlled the tempo of the game so well for them in these Euros. And Insigne tries a shot there
trying to wrap his foot around it, didn't get his foot around the ball.
Yeah, he wanted that curl. And quite a bit of costume
Luigi
there.
And Mario. Somebody just up like Mario.
And Mario, as we see a change for Italy. Let's see who is coming on for Italy. Coming on for Italy is Bryan Cristante. And it's a defensive change. The man from AS Roma coming on for Italy. Mancini looking very desperate to change the complexity of this game for Italy. And it's a throw for England. Wow.
England looks very comfortable though.
Yes, and it seems to be Barella that will be coming off. It is Nicolo Barella coming off, and Bryan Cristante is coming on for Italy. So a midfielder coming off, a defender coming on, Ciro Immobile coming off, and
wow,
Domenico Berardi coming on. So, wow, making some desperate changes there is Roberto Mancini. Has to make those changes because Immobile Immobile to me has been quite quiet. He's been quiet so far in the game. I'm not gonna lie.
Not very. Verratti is quiet too now. I think Verratti is busy breaking up tackles.
He has to, because when England is going forward, as we see a foul there by Leonardo Bonucci, no question there. The man from Sassuolo, Domenico Berardi. But if they're attacking, and every time they're attacking and swinging the ball in, I mean, it's it really is going to prompt you to really take off and put on. So a very telling ball there, as we see they're fixing the mic. Of course, that's how they communicate with the video assistant referee. Look at this. You think a flour, cornmeal, or rice?
Maguire again. Heading one over the bar just now.
You think a flour, a cornmeal, or rice?
This man is an English supporter.
It seems as though he's an English supporter, you know. But Italy really has to do something now. 56 minutes gone in the game, 34 minutes left, and England still leading by 1-0. Chiesa. Oh, that's not a bad one.
Good save by
Pickford. Good
Pickford.
save by Jordan Pickford.
Good save, which was expected, because that's at his near. He's expected.
Yeah,
to
at
say
his
that.
near post. Coach's desk. Bless up. Tell everybody come over to this stream, because I know you have the whole heap of subscribers, you know. Coach's desk, over 7,000 subscribers, 7,500 subscribers. You know, I've always tuned into his show every single weekend. If it's not 2 days, it's at least a day. So bless up yourself, Coach. It's always good to have you here and watching the stream. Hopefully,
Breakdown in communication just now.
Yes, a breakdown in communication, as we see Chiesa. Very good block there by Trippier. It just luckily fell to the feet of Lorenzo Insigne, but protecting his near post very well is Jordan Pickford. Yeah. And really, it was just a conventional save for him. Whether it was Henderson or Pickford, I think that they defend their near posts pretty well. Pickford on an average day can do that in his sleep, I think, as well as Dean Henderson. But I mean, many persons were thinking that he should have gone with Dean Henderson in this tournament, but Jordan Pickford has done well himself, has made some spectacular saves. They've only conceded 1 goal so far in this whole tournament, and of course that was against Denmark. So they've done pretty well. And again, a breakdown in communication, almost lost the ball. And again, I'm talking about the composure of Italy.
Lacking just now.
Lacking composure. If the composure is not there, you know, the communication is going to be off. So lack of communication and
plus composure. I think it's between the new subs, or one of them is a new sub.
Yeah, probably. I think it's Domenico Berardi, because he has shifted over to the right, I believe, and then has Lorenzo Insigne over in the center. So bless up, Romy. Thanks for joining. You know, at one point we had seven live viewers. Want to say thank you for everybody that's joining in on the live. Please like the video as well. So
England, Italy, in the middle of the park, usual, knocking it around, slow football, trying to get passes forward.
But having the possession, you know, Craig, that nothing is wrong with having the possession, but it's what you do with the possession that's the difference.
We know this.
So they're not really making the difference with this possession. They had over 60% possession in the first half, and none of their shots went on target. Well, one went on target. A chest down there by Emerson, and was it a dive or a foul? It's a dive, it seems. And it will be. Oh, it was an elbow by Chiesa on Declan Rice, or it was a handled ball by Emerson. So it is a foul there, or a handled ball, and it's a free kick. England just slowly trying to go forward. Italy trying to get that equalizer. Again, Raheem Sterling falling. Declan Rice surging forward, trying to pass that one to Raheem Sterling, but of course that one is too much, and it is in fact collected by Donnarumma. Road to 500 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen, is of course the goal. So that is what I'm aiming for. We're at 173. So we're looking to get to that 200 mark maybe by the end of next week, because we will be doing our live videos again next week. CONCACAF Gold Cup starts. Jamaica's campaign starts against Suriname tomorrow. Jordan Pickford seeing that one all the way through. And boots that ball forward and collected by Bonucci. Verratti dropping back deep. Now it's Federico Chiesa for Italy. It's still Federico Chiesa. Still Chiesa and a shot. Whoa, what a brilliant save by Jordan Pickford.
Yeah, I'm realizing Chiesa is really trying. He's really trying.
He's the best player, I believe, on the field so far.
Definitely for
Italy.
Yeah, for Italy, definitely.
And that was a very good opportunity, but a very, very good save by Jordan Pickford.
Mm-hmm.
And Italy now maybe coming to life in this game, the second half. Wow. Italy. And a shot there by Federico Chiesa. And the Juventus midfielder really had Pickford calling into question, and very good save. I think the first real save for Pickford all day.
Tournament?
All day, I should say. And look at the live view count rising up. Craig, it's now 8, almost reaching that double figure, guys. So if you just tell everybody that the watch party is going on. As we see Mark coming back to the screen finally.
Chris, that's like a side note. With this Ballon d'Or argument.
Messi, I don't think Messi should be getting it. You already know my stance already. I think Kante should get it over Messi.
But look at the other we have some players in the England side. Mason Mount. He didn't have a bad season. And
no,
England win 2 trophy, major trophy.
Corner send forward and a header goal.
That's a save. That's a corner. John Stones.
Donnarumma and John Stones was the one with the decisive header. And again, look at that. The defense falling asleep once more. Didn't catch his head actually very good. And that had to be tipped over, even though it wasn't a good header by John Stones. Had he met it cleanly, probably would have been goal number 2 for England. England is doing very well in this game. And headed out there by Chiellini. No nonsense clearance there by Chiellini. 36-year-old Juventus defender.
I mean, 63. Come on, Craig.
Look here. The Italians are known to be the generally the defenders generally play.
Yeah.
Right. Remember Maldini?
That's true.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Gattuso.
And you know his son looks exactly the same too.
Yeah. He plays the same position, right?
Maldini's son.
Good try.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure, you know.
England almost get a chance, just a half chance.
Well, Italy has.
I just hope them don't give Messi. Give anybody else but Messi.
He's a left winger. No, he doesn't play the same position as his father, Paolo.
Okay.
He plays for AC Milan actually as well, just like his. Didn't his father play for AC Milan too?
Yeah.
Paolo Maldini?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Maldini played for them, yeah.
AC Milan legend Paolo Maldini. Another
And
AC
the
Milan
steady build
legend was dropped out of the Euros by England, actually, which was Andrei Shevchenko, the man who coaches Ukraine. Seems to me like a lot of players who have played international football, who have represented their country pretty decently, has now been coaches.
Gone into coaching. Yep.
Yeah.
Because Henry is a coach as well,
Henry is an
right?
assistant coach at Belgium. We see, of course, as we see a ball sent across to
Ooh, good clearance.
Very good clearance, and Chiesa is not happy at all. But very good defending there by Harry Maguire. That ball was going
Look here. If he didn't get that, then it would have been the other Italian player.
Yeah, it would have been the substitute Berardi. So very good defensive work there by Harry Maguire for England. Almost a scare. Just over 66 minutes gone, and it is 1-0 still to England. Ball set it side. Oh, and that's a goal. 1-1. It is Leonardo Benucci, and Italy have pegged one back. It is 1-1.
So, Craig, I see you laughing and looking at me. Tell me what is on your mind.
What was my prediction?
Mind,
I said 2-1.
Your
Yes,
prediction
you
is
did.
2-1, but my one was 1-1.
And Italy have pegged one back.
Game on, and you can see the a slight momentum shift,
Yes.
I think
Yes.
England has taken their foot off the gas.
Half, I think.
What
Yes,
the English players need to go back to doing is to pressure the midfielders, to not have them settle on the ball and be knocking the ball around. Continue with that effort and that pace. Well, now that it's 1-1, I don't think it makes any sense, because they have to go back to their game now. Because why?
Yeah, 1-1. 66 minutes gone, and it is Italy 1 and England 1.
I think that if England don't score a goal before the 90 minutes, it's gonna go to penalties, and if it does go to penalties, Italy.
England don't want
I actually think that if it goes to penalties, Italy is going to lose.
Why?
I think I would trust. I would trust, and this is my opinion. This is my opinion. I would trust Pickford to stop a penalty more than Donnarumma.
Italy now has the advantage,
They do.
It's the momentum.
You do have to keep that momentum going. And they were not pressuring the defense a lot, and a ball sent over and nobody to meet it. But you do have to pressure this England defense. I mean, they're not.
But I like Kiesa's energy. He's fighting, trying to make something out of nothing.
But Chiesa is the only person that is fighting on this team. Really.
Well, Bonucci scored. The defender scored. Oh.
Can you imagine if Italy go on to win this in 90 minutes?
2-1. What did I say again? 2-1, right?
Yes.
It's coming home.
To Rome.
To Rome.
What I was saying though, Chris.
Right.
What the reason why I was saying penalty, whatever, is not a matter of the shot stopper. But I just remember, it's not just the keeper saving the penalty, but the players kicking away the penalties.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, so look at Argentina the other night. Argentina was lucky to make the finals.
Yes.
I mean, the second, I think it was the second or the third penalty kick taker after Messi. They kick it way over the bar.
Yeah.
So
Italy now playing with their tails up.
Italy,
all right.
But you see that percentage, but that possession percentage, Italy has 71% to 29%.
For the last couple of minutes.
For the last, since the second half start.
For the whole game so far, they've had 70+ possession, because at the end of the first half. All right, so we see Kieran Trippier coming
at this.
off the field and Bukayo Saka. So another type of creative person
I
that
saw
can also
Trippier shouting on. Oh, he was trying to do
he's trying to rally his team. He's trying to rally his team. But I mean, they just have to take they just have to take the rest of their chances. To be honest,
Chris.
Yes.
And guys, now there's a one of our dear friends. I'm sure he must be fuming after seeing that change.
David Lewis.
Yes, man. What you calling him for? That's a yellow card. That's a yellow. Oh, come on, that's a foul. That was a foul just now.
That is a foul.
Jorginho is a boy, crafty man, you know.
So Italy, the momentum switches to them.
Yes, yeah.
1-1.
And then you don't want that feeling of doubt in your mind, you know.
No.
And then the whole history, you start get doubts in your head and start get nervous. Boy.
England has to keep their composure now. Now is when they have to keep their composure and ensure that they get this win.
Let us trust that they can.
Let us trust that they can. We're not 100% sure, but England fell asleep for a bit, and it cost them, just like Italy on the goal with Luke Shaw. So,
and just like last night when the defenders, Brazilian defense, fell asleep.
True.
Yeah. Just one of the unfair things about football, as we've always spoken in our WhatsApp group.
Mm-hmm.
As a defender, you have to ensure that you are perfect
for 90 minutes.
Because one slip and that's it. One miss.
Yeah. You can be playing some good defense for 80, let's say 85 minutes, and just the 5 minutes where you ease up off
you make one mistake. You concede a goal and your team loses.
Yeah. If you don't plan forgive it your all for the 90 minutes.
And you can see where Italy's confidence now is increasing.
It's growing.
Yeah,
man, definitely.
So now the England fans are silent, but the
Grand
experienced man Jordan Henderson is looking to make a difference coming onto the field.
Hold on here.
Brilliantly.
Oh my goodness. That was offside?
Berardi.
Was he offside?
Well, I'm looking to see if he was.
Yes, he was.
It seems to be he was offside, but the linesman did not call that one, as Domenico Berardi almost in there, but the VR would have checked it, I believe, and
VR ruled it offside. You see that he was off.
Well, we see Marvin joining the party. He should be on the panel. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know why that changed. And here we go again now to questioning this coach's
Declan Rice for Jordan.
His decision making. Why are you putting on Jordan Henderson?
For Declan Rice, so to speak.
Is it that he's deciding to try and go into extra time or something?
At 73 minutes? That's ridiculous.
15 minutes left in the game, brother. I don't know how much time. Want to Grealish. Ouch.
As we see Marvin again saying England going defensive, you know.
Yeah.
But
look here.
Surging forward, and Italy still has a chance. Collected by Pickford, but Italy really are pressuring this England defense.
Are up. Look here, Mancini look like a genius. Game change.
Yeah. Cristante and Berardi have really made the difference for Italy. As soon as they came on, the impact was absolutely instantaneous. And Italy,
England can't seem to get the ball out of the box again, out of the half.
Yeah,
spreading the ball wide. Chiesa again.
Chiesa on the ball. Brilliant defensive work by Kyle Walker.
As expected.
And it's a throw. The referee says no. It's a 100 ball.
Yeah, it actually did hit his hand.
And Bjorn Kuipers from Netherlands says yes, it is a 100 ball, and it will be a free kick. 1-1 between Italy and England. 2 minutes into the game, the goal was scored brilliantly by Luke Shaw, but then the Juventus defender Leonardo Bonucci in the 67th minute equalized for the Italians. Looking to spoil the party for the Three Lions is Italy. And momentum has shifted in their favor. Tried that cheeky pass to Berardi, but couldn't get that one to the substitute, and ball is going into touch.
Maguire looked like he wanted to hit that one out of the stadium.
No nonsense clearance from the man Harry Maguire.
But you can how one-sided the game has become. As in, England is no longer, the pressing has stopped. I don't say Sterling hasn't touched the ball in like 15 minutes.
Yeah. But now Italy is not allowing him to touch the ball because, as you said, he's the difference maker in the team.
But he needs to come deep or collect the ball at least or something.
David Lewis is talking in the game. From much start, my side a lead, and I'll know quiet. But no,
but I'm not understanding as to why David is not on the panel.
It's coming home. It's coming home.
Live, sir.
Italy coach decided to play 3 movable forward instead of having that out on the strike, and that seems to be working because they don't adjust. Yeah, Marvin. But what we're saying in the first half, England was completely. You can say that I would say that England was dominant in terms of first time to the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Looking hungry. Sterling running riot in the middle of the park.
But now that they've not allowed Sterling on the ball, it is very difficult now for them, which really comes into question how much of an impact.
Look at this again.
Sterling has. Look at that compactness in the middle of the park. That's not a foul. That could not be a foul.
No, that's not a foul. That's a foul. That seemed like it was a. That's a foul. That's a foul. Yeah, man. It's a foul.
It is.
It's a foul. Yeah, man.
And Verratti is saying, how is it that he was not called?
He clipped Maguire. Look.
Yeah, look at that. To be honest,
Georgina know what I'm doing.
Georgina's gotten away with a lot of fouls in this game, because if it was any other, if it was Michael Alvin, probably I get 10 yellow card already.
Yeah, man. Georgina's smart, man. He's not too foul for hurting him. Just a try lean on you.
That's what is called a tactical foul. Another foul there, and again.
But look here now, but Chris and Mark, right now, the English players, they must sweat. The English fans, they must sweat,
Yeah, because they know that at any time,
history,
Italy can. Ooh,
that's a foul.
Another foul.
Yeah.
Marvin says Southgate needs to put on a player that is going to take the ball and run with it.
That's Grealish.
On the field, brother.
Sancho and Grealish would have been perfect.
Grealish and Sancho. Not Saka.
So,
where's Robert? I haven't heard from Robert all game.
Robert, last time I checked, he was at work, and he said he would have tried to make it for this. So, the things that are going on in this group is not even funny. Yeah. David Lewis, you need to join the live. Don't join the YouTube video. Join the live, sir.
Send him the link. Him get started already?
It's in the group.
Send him it right. Send him it direct right now.
I am sending I am sending right now. Right now.
I don't love to see him face a sweat. But he's a man who will turn off on the camera.
That's fine, as long as he's on the panel. And Chiesa as well, as you can see, he's really...
He's fighting. I can't fight him.
All right, so we have Marvin here.
Good day, sir.
Marvin is coming home.
I don't know
how
it takes a lot for you to reach here.
Brother, what kind of jersey? Brother,
I love that you're still representing, sir.
Four
Yeah,
Brazilian,
still have to represent my Brazil, you know.
Yeah, Marvin.
Craig, I'm
Marvin,
England.
What you saying,
Yeah,
I
show
represent,
England how
Craig?
it feel. Yeah, man.
I
Yeah,
sent,
man.
I
Oh,
sent you the link, David, so you can join the
Marvin,
live now.
but take
Marvin,
say, Craig, but take say, I try to run from it to you, Craig.
No, sir. No, man. We take mine, man.
No,
Marvin.
I want Sir Bell.
him and Bell.
Marvin.
Work it
Okay, Bell. Okay, Bell.
Yes. It's
My jersey is
get
current.
big. We get big.
Okay, Bell. Okay, Bell.
But we still
My
have to have
jersey's
it up, you know?
my jersey's dirty. I wore it on the road yesterday. Go home with Brazil. On to Andre, Robbie.
All right, gentlemen. The moment you all been waiting for.
David Lewis.
It's coming home to Rome.
David Beckham. What are the the North Coast?
No, man.
No one me there watch match.
Look here,
You know,
no.
say,
David is currently in a synagogue, laying on a prayer shawl.
That's straight. Hey, George, that's him spreading sackcloth. But David, for the first let me say first 45 minutes, your team
Chiesa look like
very
he's out.
impressive.
well, they've been
Most
playing
active Italian right now, you know.
But
They've
Italy
been
just
Chaser.
defensive.
Mhm.
So they set them up defensive, start them back on the 3-5-2. So we've been looking impressive because we've been playing very defensive. But right now, this is just a test to see if Southgate can adjust, and he really should have made 2 substitutions. He only make 1. He change the formation back to a flat 4, and he only make 1. He bring on Saka and
Don't
he bring
make
on
2 change.
Yeah, he brought on Saka and Henderson. So for me, the game need Grealish. The game need Grealish. Jason Mount played good, but he need to come off now and bring on Grealish. We need somebody who can hold the ball.
Hold the ball and make some pass.
That's what I was saying, David, that instead of Saka, I would have put on Sancho. Somebody who hold the ball and actually bring it, or even draw a defender to them.
Yeah,
That's right, because right now Sancho will also because England need somebody now because we're playing so deep. They need somebody who will stretch the Italy defense, and he has that pace and that guile. Right now, Saka is too much of a defensive formation.
An attack there by England. Oh,
Look at that again.
But then again,
what was that?
Chris,
That was a good ball from
Wasn't it Sancho we saw warming up first?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but when Italians start put on pressure now, he decide to go defensive.
You see that comment, David?
Instead of put on an attacker, him decide for us say, yo, defensive straight.
Yeah.
Craig, look at that comment.
Hold on about me. I tell Jamal, you see, look at my prediction. Look like it have a workout. A 2-1. Mister, you know.
My prediction can work out, you know, Craig.
Them already.
Because
England already their home, man. All them can do is just walk go them house. Like Sterling now, him can just walk go home.
England going
Like a man, them can just jump on the train and go home.
Currently, the match, it is at my prediction. I told them from the start of the game that it's going to be a 1-1 and go to penalty.
Well,
David doesn't want that. David
Bell, you
don't
really
want
think
that.
it's going penalty, Bell?
David don't want that.
David don't want that.
England are win, gentlemen. Just watch a game. Look up. Watch a game.
All right, so we see Mason Mount over the ball. And we also see Bukayo Saka, but Mason Mount will be taking this one. Ball sent forward, headed on. But a meeting of the minds there with the Italians and Luke Shaw with that wayward shot way over the bar. And
Sterling has gotten awfully quiet.
yes, he's been very quiet, but Italians have been able to maintain that attack from Sterling as we see another player coming on.
But Craig, even though you said you keep on saying Sterling is rather quiet, but the whole front line is rather quiet because even Kane hardly touch the ball as deep as it comes.
Yeah, for the past 20 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, man, as deep
But
as
that
it
wasn't
he came,
the case in the
he's still
first
not
half.
touching the ball.
Let me tell you something. Whether England win today or not.
Also, it's
We
Bernadeschi.
can't deny. We
Coming
can't
on.
deny.
Big loss this for Italy.
We
Yeah,
can't deny.
Chiesa coming off and Fred.
But here, look here, but Bernadeschi might surprise, you know, here.
But
True,
my
true.
friend, we
I
can't
don't think
deny.
the impact that Chiesa had on this Italian team, because trust me, if it wasn't for Chiesa
He was
fighting
the only one playing.
yep,
When
Yes,
everybody
man.
was
Most effective player for Italy right now.
Yeah, but you
Yes.
watch him, I say man there with the tattoo, them tough, you know. So there's so, so man. What you
So
do?
it's a Verratti a big baller then, Craig. Cause I'm full of tattoo, you know.
No, we're not gonna say. Hey, we're not gonna say. Hey, but you know, say Mama Pine. Hey, you remember Martin Skirtle? Jesus have mercy. All Martin Skirtle, all them bust him head. Him just go to rub something on him head and go back for the team. It was a tough defender, we are telling you, man.
No, man.
Watch that. Watch a player. Watch you now. Watch that. Look at that. You see why them said no? See why they said no spectator on the field? It's why they said no spectator in the stand. They say one of the spectator run on the field.
Yeah, man, that done right now.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
I wonder who him run got hug up. Wonder if it's Sterling.
Why? Just under 4 minutes left. It's
The
1-1.
man take off his shirt. He take off all his shirt, do that run like. Wow.
Remember, it was recently a female ran out on one of the field and she kind of
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, man. And
But I think wasn't that a Portugal match, Craig?
That can't happen in Jamaica, you know.
Eh?
A girl
But
ran
that
out
player-
on the field in Jamaica.
Wasn't that
you
a
know.
Portugal match? No one Portugal
No
match.
girl,
that
girl do that in Jamaica, you know, brother. You mad?
No, sir. Them not that played.
Nothing.
But hold on,
But
Craig.
remember, you notice, you know,
Jamaica
sometimes they
side?
bet on this though. You know, sometimes they bet on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they're gonna say the game gonna disrupt at such time and
Yeah.
they win money.
That's
So
true.
even though they might get fined a liquor £50 or so,
Then get no
them
money
just pay
for it.
off that and them a make all £500 just for what them do.
Bet me €1,000 to run out on the field.
No. Boss sent to
And
touch
them
for.
find them one little €100 and then pay it off.
Yeah. So
What's that?
England. Just
Well done, Sterling. Well done by Sterling.
Sterling. Again,
I
Sterling
think-
still going. Sterling still going. And
Run out of room. Run out of room, man.
Run
out of room.
Can't do too much, I said. About from early.
Yeah.
For
So
the
that's
last
slip it right there, Sir David. Right there when it open up. Right
Yeah,
as it open up, him should have just pass it through. Yeah.
With the loss of
try
players, I think it's
But
gonna
I
make
think
it much easier.
I think David him that try look for the shot.
All right. So the match, the 90th minute, will soon be
Jamal,
upon us.
what was your prediction again?
Italy was
2-1, same thing as Craig.
yeah, it's a 2-1 Italy to win.
Marvin,
Dave,
Yeah?
Dave, you know what? Dave, you
Prediction.
know what you say to them?
That said Italy that win. I got win in extra time. 2-1.
2-1. Everybody have
England,
2-1. England might drop a bomb pound, right, David? And give them
It's
back
coming
the 2-1
home.
whatever that about.
The Rome.
Don't tell David say if Brazil lose, Italy will lose.
David said, if Brazil
That is
lose,
correct.
so
That is correct.
England are gonna win.
But don't tell him it say yo, Brazil lose, Italy is losing, not winning.
Yes, that is, yeah, Italy. Yeah, I said, I two, you know, say 2 times, you said the right, you said the same thing. You said Brazil lose.
Italy lose.
You go on, man. You go on, yeah. Watch England lose this.
Hey guys, I saw an image. I saw an image coming out of Marvel. Apparently, they're Raheem. I think they're doing like a watch party in Marvel for Raheem.
Yeah,
They're
that's
supporting Raheem Sterling. You know.
I mean, can you imagine if Raheem does win this?
Well, what Raheem does for Marvel, is what Sadio Mane would do for his country and so forth. Yeah. Because Raheem donate boots and all of those things to the team, so.
Yeah, 6 minutes of added time.
And him do for the community too,
Why so much though? Why so much minutes?
Stoppage for the injury and for the spectator. And
Remember said spectator ran onto the field, Remember that, and then Chiesa was injured, so they had to tend to him for a while. So I guess that contributes to the ball sent inside by Harry Maguire, but Italy has the ball, and it's a foul by Jordan Henderson, and it will be a free kick for Italy.
One thing for sure though, England is the fitter team,
Yeah.
Yep.
One thing is for sure, England is the fitter team. So extra time, I expect for say Sancho
and Grealish.
I don't think he's gonna put on both of them. It's either or.
None out of the two. None out of the two, Craig. None out of the two.
When they defeated Ukraine,
Jamal was saying something.
Yeah, Jamal, where is he?
He's more likely to put on Grealish because Grealish don't upset him system. And you see, when you're a coach like Southgate and Guardiola is the same thing. When you're a system coach and it's not tactics or individual players, you're giving them a chance to shine or anything like that. The system you work off of. When you want a change, generally speaking, them don't change them system. Them just change the personnel and they rely on the individual.
15 in the system.
No, not even the 15 in the system. They rely on the individual.
Well, I agree with you, but him don't rate Grealish,
Him don't rate Grealish, so him not going to play. Why? Him have to change the system.
Why? Because him stubborn about
play different from somebody without changing the system.
Him put him on and take him off as a sub.
Because
that
don't rate Grealish, They don't rate Grealish, man. Not time.
The thing is, remember, gentlemen, that from the qualifiers, the fans are the ones who got Grealish into the England team.
No, everybody football. Don't do that. He had that to the man.
Everybody was calling.
Make it sound like the man to play ball and deserve him spot.
Yes, it does. But Southgate don't see that. But Southgate don't see that.
What I said to you a while ago is a systems man. Grealish not necessarily shining on the system, we know that. But Grealish a baller and he play football a little different from Mount or Sterling or Saka and the other man them normally play. So when they bring him into the team and they said to him, say, Jack, play that system here and we're going to play that way here, then he will play that way, but him have him individual flair where him carry to it. That is why I play him over Sancho. Because I say rate Sancho less than rate Grealish.
No, man, I'm not rate Sancho neither, man.
Hold on, don't get sidetracked. I say Sancho is just a man where if I play him to feel best, he have to go change his system and him not go change the system. But Grealish can just come in and fit into it and just carry the things that him carry to a game and do what he have to do.
But
gentlemen.
But to be honest with you, before him do that, put on Grealish, he rather go defensive, or even pull out a forward and put in our boy there, David, your boy.
Who that?
Rush.
I'm not upset with that, David.
But I have a question.
Hello, David, that's a better leave suck up on the field. I bet I did.
I have a question.
But
Yeah,
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 I have a question. I was asking, is that one of the most embarrassing things you can do to a player in football? As in
Yeah.
substitute a
Yes, I think
substitute?
so.
yeah.
I think
Some
so,
are
Craig.
some.
Oh yeah.
I think so. That's disrespect. And then at the end
That's
that
it, yeah.
at that time, there was no reason to take off the baller.
Bring him
There
on
wasn't
and
no there
sub.
there no reason to take him off. Disrespect that.
but guys, that's what I've been telling you, you know, that Southgate is only showing that he don't really have the
The know-how.
acumen that
Watch it. Look at that.
Whoa!
Look at that.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's a-
Pass
that's
me
a-
that card. What is that?
Oh my god.
Look at that.
WWE.
Look how most look how more Saka look how more
But
Saka
Saka did
come
well
off.
to
Watch
get
it.
by.
Look at that, man.
And, see, and that is why they always tell you, do not let the ball bounce.
boy,
Tap
boy
the ball.
Chilini.
Saka did well to get by Chiellini a while ago, you know.
Yes,
Very well
man.
to get by Chiellini, you know. Some WWE play, some wrestling or go, you know.
Tear off the man jersey to it. Well, one thing is for sure. England's jersey is manufactured properly.
Sure, they
Craig, I remember.
probably one of them basketball jerseys that Craig rip off long time.
Based on the question I asked, Craig, I remember when I was playing Manning Cup one year, and the coach, Mr. Stratton Palmer, put on a player, and
Stratton
the youth,
Palmer.
like Stratton said, be defensive, and like Stratton said to him that don't pass the half line, and the player passed the half line.
Couple times.
You know, so Stratton take him off.
Yeah.
Isn't from that day, you know, call him, man, the sub has been substituted.
All right, so we'll see.
Oh,
We'll see the end of 90 minutes, so it will be extra time
Marvin.
in this final.
Marvin.
yes, sir, Bell.
I missed that one. What you say about Stratton Palmer?
No, man, I remember playing Manning Cup one year. And so I don't remember the player him put on, but with our lead must have 2-1. And him say, all right, him a go defensive. So him tell the player, say, don't pass the half line.
I didn't pass
Yes, but a ball swing cross. And the player dart down the corner flag for the ball. So you know, so when him Jack come back, Stratton does a one change. Come.
You know something, Marvin. Marvin, what are they?
No, but that's a bullet still.
Hey,
Craig.
you sure
Craig
it's not
Butler, that's what I'm
mankind?
saying.
I never mankind.
I don't remember exactly how, man, but I know say the man take him off immediately, man. Stratton said, when Stratton come out, Stratton said, I don't like people don't listen, you know. I said, don't pass the half line.
Yeah, man. I need a mankind. If I'm not
Tell him I'm reaching a training, man.
Man.
And reaching a training, man. We just say, yo, the sub has been substituted.
All right, so David, you being the only English supporter in here. If you were Gareth Southgate now, what would you do heading into the first part of extra time?
I would throw in the towel.
Well, negative. So, all right. First thing is first, right? First thing is first. The team has been defending well enough. England's setup is good. The team is fit, but we need somebody up front who can help us stretch it. Can stretch the Italian defense, who can bring some level of creativity and hold the ball. That's what we need. We need somebody who can hold the ball and get some creativity. So for me, bringing on Saka is just bringing on a winger that can defend. What he should have done is he should have introduced Jadon Sancho to the game, because Jadon Sancho has the ability to hold the ball. He has the ability to beat a man or two, and he plays very well. He's more technical than Saka. That means he's able to, because Italy is playing a very high pressing game. They don't want England to stay on the ball. So Jadon Sancho is able to make those quick passes, to hold the ball, and he's technically gifted to, make those quick passes play the ball in when him do have a lot of space. So Jadon Sancho really should have been the player on the field instead of Saka. Saka is just another winger who is able to defend.
So question.
Would be able to bring that technical ability to hold the ball on the wing, stretch the defense, and to make those quick, decisive passes because he just have that technical ability. Outside of that, Mount has been running hard. He played the full 90 minutes the last 2 games. He's now in the third one playing the full 90. You need to substitute Mount and bring on Grealish so that Jack Grealish can play behind Harry Kane, play beside Sterling and Sancho. You need that.
So, but hold on.
What England needs right now.
Would you think just a change of personnel, or you think a change of system? Because right now they're playing very much. Would you think just a change of personnel or a change of system? Because right now they're playing very defensive.
No, the thing is, so he already changed the system. They were playing a 3-3 centre backs, right? 3-4-3. When the goal scored, he changed the system back to a flat 4, playing 4-2-3-1. But with that, you need the right people on the field who can. You need a good winger with a 4-2-3-1. He's playing the same. In replace Trippier with Saka, who is another defensive guy playing wide. That can help.
But David.
I feel like they're playing the same type of football, even though them changed the formation.
I'm just never saying Jamal because it looked that way to me. And you know the reason why? I think the system when want right now. In order to make that system look effective, you need somebody for all up the ball. And they say if you put on Grealish, that system will look perfect.
I think
because
right now
we're going to go free up Sterling and free up Saka.
So if could have put your name there. My boy Rashford can play as a false 9.
Why you play as a false 9?
Play away name there Mount. Come on for Mount.
Marvin. You're going to upset David. Just start by the match and leave out the rush out the match.
It's like Marvin played for get trouble,
Leave the rush out of the match.
All right, David. I'm not trouble you no more. I'm Lord.
Because the game the first thing David I gonna say is the man give me headache with Man U and the man come with England I get a slash headache.
Gents, hear me say. This game is a perfect example showing that Gareth Southgate just don't have the acumen and the ability that he needs to be a coach for England. He don't have it. He just does not have it. Gareth Southgate don't have it. That's
not a foul. That's good. That's not a foul, Chris. I say I run another man. Yes, the man pick him, but him run another man. Him now look where my run go.
Basketball this more pick and roll. He think a pick and roll this.
Chris, leave that one for later. When Chris Paul him go trees.
No say that I go sweet David, you know.
Phoenix Sun go wide.
If Bucks lose.
Of course, 3-0 to go tonight.
Yeah, man.
Yo, Calvin Phillips can take Piley, man. I must about the third one that can get to the gear.
About 5 Piley get
hello, Georgina Piley.
Can take Piley, man.
Georgina Piley. Barella Piley.
Up on the byline, the man I take Piley.
Oh, come on, Harry Maguire. Jeez, I'm selling that perfectly well. But Italy is doing pretty well, but I want to see how well they're going to do without Chiesa, because towards the end of the game, Chiesa.
But I realize that from Chiesa come off, them not look that.
They're not that fluent because they don't have somebody that's taking on the England players. With Chiesa, he was taking them on from.
And he was carrying the ball. He was the one bringing the ball.
Right. So he was carrying them from defense, because sometimes Chiesa had to drop back and play defense for Italy.
Right.
Because to be honest, Di Lorenzo has not been defending well for Italy this entire game. He has been really bad.
Insigne? Oh.
So it
that-
seems as if
I think right now, Chris, they're looking at moving more fluidly because with Insigne and Chiesa before, Chiesa was really kind of the guy that drove the ball forward and bring it from deeper and up into the attacking position. Insigne, on the other hand, was the guy that once he gets into those attacking positions, they give him the ball and him try to make some wizardry with his ability and players around him. And then Immobile was there basically just sweep anything that comes across into the goal or however they manage to get there. With Belotti and Bernardeschi, those are players that are more active in the attacking sense. Because Immobile really, well, he has the perfect name. He was Immobile for most of the attacking, patterns that Italy uses. But then Insigne was really just staying wide. Insigne, his whole game was staying wide to cover the space, waiting for his fullback to come in, and then he comes inside. That was his whole game. And Chiesa was the one driving forward. Now with Belotti and Bernardeschi and Emerson still getting overlap. Like those guys, like there's a more fluid movement now where the whole front line is actually going forward. Instead of just one man carrying the ball.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So understand your point still. You don't want to have all attacks running through one person.
Right.
You want to have a fluidity with the team. So we'll see if they can be fluid as we see
ball.
England. And a very good ball with Raheem Sterling. And will this and immediately Beckham just jump off and
I Beckham the dash with the phone.
It look like him flinging on the phone.
I am the dash with the phone.
And look at that passion there. Verratti is coming off, and Locatelli will be making his way for
Sterling should make a pass earlier though.
Super sub.
So Marco Verratti off, Manuel Pellegrini on.
Marco? Yeah.
So that is the other substitution.
Verratti look like him never ready to come off yet.
No, I don't think he was. As we
Marvin,
see Luke
nobody wants to come off. Like
no money.
Luke Shaw sends this one inside. Nobody to meet it. Calvin Phillips will try the shot. And that's not far.
I think that's a good move by Mancini still. Because at this point, the game is too far stretched and too hectic for Verratti to really do what he needs to do. Because the man will control the game. Right now, you need somebody to play two-way. And quickly, and you get me exploiting space. And Locatelli brings up.
Yeah, Locatelli does. And that's why there are a lot of persons, a lot of clubs that would want the services of Locatelli. But, we'll get into those transfers a little later on. So very exciting. Not necessarily drop him phone, but him
manage the pressure.
Drop it. him technically drop it. And we see Harry Kane now for England. A nice little flick there.
Oh, come on, Henderson.
Yo, man, no, why they bring him on?
No, Jamal, you have to start up David now, brother. You have to start up David, nobody talk.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Jack Grealish putting on his uniform, his jersey, ready to take the field as we see that ball taken away from Calvin Phillips. Di Lorenzo sent this ball inside.
You have two men on the back.
And a good block there by Harry Maguire.
Two balls on the field now.
Belotti. Well, we know how that is where England is concerned. We don't want to get into that too tough.
Super sub.
As we see Mrs. Man United jersey that says Mrs. Grealish on the back.
So why she have to have number 69?
Adam, I say look like a 69.
It's
Marvin, no pun intended, Marvin, right?
No pun intended.
Okay.
beautiful game, you know.
It's just that we're not. It's not a rugby.
Oh, very good by Belotti. And he just saw that one through Jordan Pickford. Pickford not playing a bad game today. Not playing a bad game today.
The man and nobody up, man, and tell himself if he make a mistake.
And to be honest, Craig, the goal that was scored by Italy, he saved the initial header by Verratti and pushed it on the post, but he just could not gather it. As we see Jack Grealish making his way onto the field and Mason
Let's go the big baller now.
So
let's show the big baller.
Mason Mount not doing a bad, not having a necessarily bad game.
Jamal look like system change now, Jamal.
But why
look like system change now, Jamal?
Sound as if Grealish is the savior.
No. Hopefully, because
well, if Grealish scored,
the Fox them come on and talk to Henderson. Look like him tell Henderson say if we go deeper.
Craig, he's not a savior, you know. It's just that he's very good at holding up the ball.
Look at
Sterling. Different attributes from the other players.
Yeah.
That he would have played.
That was a nice
would have
ball.
started ahead.
That's a foul.
Play on.
Advantage, man.
Ball sent across. They are
Call it back now.
tempted to be sent across. It's not called back. Harry Maguire will send that back to Jordan Pickford.
Harry Maguire look like him almost drop over him foot a while ago.
That's a jump over the size 13.
Like he would never want a one-on-one. He would never want a one-on-one against a fast attacking player.
No, sir.
That was dangerous. That was dangerous.
You see, they would have killed him in the middle.
But you realize how England are playing now? Like nobody wants to make a mistake. That's the first thing in the head.
Yeah, but you cannot be too cautious.
Craig, you want your face behind the front page, the front page of news the morning. You want to be roast a morning?
And you know something?
Absolutely not.
That's probably why them don't win things more while because of me there. Because like you say, you don't want to be the guy where.
Grealish, you know, Grealish. Grealish. Grealish.
Do you want to be that guy?
Saka.
Nobody else will do that.
Come on, Saka, man.
That's true.
But yeah, you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be the next Beckham. You don't want to be the next Southgate. You don't want to be the next what boy name?
Steven Gerrard.
Not Gerrard, man. The one Gascoigne. You don't want to be the next Gaza. You know, the media cripple them from being expansive and brave. Because the man would have probably look and say, "Oh, take on a boy." You get me, sir? Extra time, I have to go feed you. But then them probably on the back of their mind, them think say, them do that now and it don't work out. And the whole
it don't work out and them go lose all the ball at the time, go create a goal. Yeah. Problem.
And that's the whole nation is against them after that.
Exactly.
That them kicking on the back of them on it.
So
and Jamal,
you know me across my finger. More Southgate take off Sterling. More Southgate take off Sterling. I don't want to go in a penalty. If he go in a penalty, take off Sterling. Because if Sterling now go miss, them kill him. Sterling might send him back to Jamaica.
You remember Sterling did to win against Chelsea in some competition a couple years ago?
Yeah,
Marvin.
Don't forget.
Sterling is a good penalty taker still, you know.
I know that.
Can't take that from him.
But Jamal, you know the press don't really like Sterling, you know. Them just with him for now. I'm not playing for England team.
That's how them stay, brother. Them sensational.
Yeah, remember them. Remember, so them they try attack him from when him did have the gun tattoo on him.
Them attack him
right leg.
On him foot.
Yeah.
So them see him the first time. Them attack him, and them just look for reasons to attack him.
What a ball!
Oh, to stop the run.
What a ball!
Brethren.
Oh wow! No, Emma plays the ball inside. Oh, what a good save! A brilliant save by Jordan Pickford. What a save!
David, fling on the phone again. David, fling on the phone again.
Brilliant save. A brilliant save there by Jordan Pickford. And
but why Kyle Walker go over there to go
what a ball there, but what a save by Jordan Pickford. That was a very good ball sent in by Emma. And what a save.
Yeah, man, commit yourself, man. Commit yourself as a keeper.
Yes, that was very well done by
crazy, Pickford. But it's a workout team. But it don't look like
Pickford is really saving England right now. They need to coat the Lucky Stars. What a
England
ball in there by
Italy and the Pro. But why Kyle Walker go over there to go sell himself like a shopkeeper?
But isn't that what he always does?
He always tries to rely on his pace.
Well, actually, he has been playing good so far still. Can't take that from him.
One chop.
He thought that he was going to use his pace and
Emerson chop him out there, skin a David, you alright? David look like he get some oxygen.
Where's the man send him a shop and call him back for the change?
David, good man.
No man. Walker's been out. Walker should have
been. Wow, a block by Calvin Phillips and clearance by the Leeds United player. And so far, England have been on the back foot in this first period of extra time. And the referee says,
must get the player first.
The money must sell it, must get as a foul. And a Georgine, say no, say
must have got the player first.
Watch him. All
right, you got the player first.
Yeah, man, him tackle for it.
So, question, gentlemen.
We know you really rate Georgina still, but...
Gentlemen, guys.
Hold on, David.
Marvin, what's the question?
Can somebody tell me why...
What's that, Chris? What's that, David?
Can somebody tell me why Southgate took so long to bring on Jack Grealish?
Because he want to lose.
I always say, I think
no man, you know him gonna take a go David, me nah steam you up now, David. But you know him coming like Ole.
Of course, but we said what is, but nobody bring up that right now, man. Rewind. David.
Come on.
Seriously. A while ago,
throughout the tournament, Southgate has been...
always take long to make the changes. Because even a while ago, Italy make two effective change, right? And what he did after is basically got extremely defensive.
Put on Henderson.
As the goal scorer, just got extremely defensive. He put on Saka to defend, and put on Henderson for defend.
That's what I'm telling you earlier.
That is my point. But that's my point. I'm saying that
he's not a tactician. He's not a man who play a system for suiting star players or anything like that. Him have a system, is a system coach. You see, the thing is, because Guardiola
so basically, Jamal, I'm not cut Jamal. So basically, in your perspective, then, Southgate system is defense.
Yeah, it's a defensive system. It's conservative. Always has been. But why it don't look so bad is because it is tournament football. Tournament football, especially international tournament football, them tell you, goals win the games, but defense win your championships. So on the international stage, when you play like that, you have a good chance then of getting something done. Look on the entire tournament for them. A 1 goal and 2 goal them score the whole tournament except for one game. Where them get little, you know.
And they only conceded like one at a time.
And they only conceded the one. Why? Because they prevent themselves from going behind. And then that gave them a chance to get something from the game. And they managed to get 1 goal, which was enough to win the game. And at the end of the day, results is all you need in this. If this was a season, they'd come somewhere near the top because the defense would be good and they've not scored as much goals. So there'll be times when they don't score enough goals, but there'll be times when they just squeeze through a team. But like I said, if it was a season, they would come near the top, not necessarily at the top. But if you're talking about Like I say, international football. 'Cause international football inherently is more defensive than domestic football. You get me? So when you come to them kind of competition and you play like that, you're gonna reach far. All you need
But
now is just a player to give you something where the system not gonna necessarily
but
say
he might kill off him.
allocate for
He
something
might kill off.
special.
He might kill off the squad where him have because
Right,
him have
and
a very very attacking squad.
that is the problem that people was having. Is not the team when pick. It's the fact that him have man like Sancho and Rashford and Saka and Grealish. You get me?
No,
And
not
yet still you
Rashford.
play.
Sancho and Saka. You notice every time you call, every time when you call Rashford name, David phone go off.
But man say like that is why people they
Yeah,
up in
Chris.
arms with
Chris.
the Southgate with the English
And
Premier because
Jamal,
the man have some
and
players.
Jamal, I see most of them are in the group. A Manchester United man them.
Chris.
David, Marvin.
Where's
Bell.
that?
But
David
Jamal,
Marvin
you make a
Bell,
point,
don't
man.
forget me.
You
Don't
make a
forget
very
me,
good point, man. Because I'm saying, if Sir Rashford there come on here, no. Sir Rashford there come on here, no.
Whoa. So what's the man
Rashford
doing?
there come on here,
So
no.
what's the man doing?
Well,
Honestly, guys, what's the man doing?
Hey, Marvin, hold it down, man.
What,
Make
talks
David
off?
get to come back. No, make David
Talks
get to
off,
come
talks
back.
off,
Make David come
talks
on
off.
back phone.
What a
No.
thing if
But
Sancho,
say nothing
what
yet.
a thing
Make
if
him come on
Rashford
back.
go score.
And that me I say.
What a thing
Well,
if
if it's true,
Rashford go score and win the game
well,
in the
if it's
extra
true
time.
more,
Yeah.
if it's true more Italy,
get a
if it's
new
true
love
more
for him.
Italy win, me not even gonna say that, you know.
Hey, more David get heart attack today, though. So more Rashford score today, though. All 120.
No, other than that, Chris. You see, if Rashford go score, David gonna say, "But tell you that him supposed to be doing long time, man. That him supposed to be doing."
David never say that.
No,
David
man,
never say
if
that.
him score a good goal, he might tell you that I saw him for play football.
Yeah, he gonna say that him for do long time, man. So you play football, man.
You know, every time when you call
Anyhow.
Rashford name, David phone go off.
Lost connection.
And Craig, Marvin him with him wicked self a while ago go make the
Probably
man
2 more goals
phone
for
cut
us,
off completely and talk about Ole.
You know,
Ole.
All right, don't you know? Look at this free kick. Look at this free kick. Look at this free kick.
probably 2 more goals left than this.
Tricky
Italy probably get
position.
one, England get one. Or one team get 2.
Ooh, bad challenge there by Harry Maguire and Bellotti.
But you know, said that's what I don't like with football. To me, you know, that look like it's a catch, you know. That's so Craig. Craig, the catch the man, Craig. But defender Fred, Craig. The catch the man.
Refer to VAR. Refer to VAR.
Listen, on the Naga style, Fred, you know, on the Naga style, man.
Now, hold on, but look at this position. Oh, a little bit far out still.
No, still dangerous nonetheless. Who is that? Cristante? I think
Think he might go
Cristante.
for-
Or Berardi. I think it's Berardi.
Him have the range? Him have the
No.
I
range?
don't know if Berardi have the
No,
range.
no. Bellotti don't have the range. And Bellotti is there.
No, Bellotti is right there. It's Bernadeschi. Bernadeschi, I'll go take it. Bernadeschi with a free kick. Oh,
Not bad.
Not a bad free kick at all. Not
Italian
a bad
slow on the
free
go.
kick at all. Bernadeschi. But
Yo,
nice
wow.
read there.
you see that a while ago? You know, say that
Yeah.
drop before it
Deflection right
reached
there,
Pickford.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, say I'm actually
Yeah, man.
meme used and save that.
Yep.
And Delhi.
No, him knee. At the knee, it dip.
Bernadeschi look like him did have it from the range there. If I did anything, straight in a goal would I go. So it looks
Like
like
David can't manage the group. David have to take care of himself. David can't manage, you know.
No man, in there, they see him, man. Him just turn
Yeah,
off
pressure.
his camera.
third off in
Pressure
camera.
reach him, you know?
David probably just a easy himself.
Fine. Like it's side and a shot blocked. Grealish shot blocked. And England can go again. Oh,
What
that
the-
was close as well. England now pressuring the Italians in the second half of extra time. And England doing pretty well so far in the first couple minutes. Oh. And the referee says no, play
Two of
on.
them go for the ball, I say.
So it was a
Alright.
50-50 chance, and Bellotti
Do something
and
with this
Kyle
now.
Walker
Offside, 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 offside.
Like him at 12. You don't play football.
Offside.
initially.
Jamal, you know, respectfully, you know who is guilty of that? You're a baller, Rashford. You know, when I play for Man U,
Yeah, but
the man
Rashford
up
is
on the
active.
flank.
Rashford a little boy.
Well,
Look how
you're
long
right.
Bellotti play football.
You're right. You're right.
Ooh, that's a good punch out there by Donnarumma.
Stones missed that though.
We're seeing more action. We are seeing more action in extra time than the entire 90 minutes. You know, realize?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Realize you're not seeing more action
if
at the
Stones-
extra time that versus the whole 90.
Yeah, the boy Luke Shaw need to lose some weight for real, you know.
No, man, I'm muscular, man.
No, man,
so
big
yeah,
big
boy,
man.
fat man.
That's
Me used to think,
Big
John
boy,
look
big
like a
man. The man
heavy-
need to
heavy
lose
boy
some
like
weight,
that.
man.
What is that?
Don't
Because
call
he said,
him
"Well,
a
but that didn't look like me." Fat boy, fat.
It's a belly.
A belly, man. I tell you, a belly.
No, but as a Jamal, him not need to lose some weight.
Man,
I'm saying,
man,
Jamal,
man have a belly, dog.
Man, big brother.
Man have a belly, brother. all along, we just think that one of them heavier dude there. I know like how Rooney they look heavy, but you know Rooney is in a good shape. But think I'm one of them kind of person. I look and see the man take off his shirt one time. I say, what look on a big youth here?
Jamal, him fast with it though, no, Jamal.
Him fast, man.
Him fast with it though.
Boy, fast, man. It's like for him broke him foot, he never think he not come back and play football and just start eat. He never looked so big before he broke his foot.
But you know that to understand that sometimes treatment and like medication, like painkillers. I've heard of situations like that.
That's true. And it was a bad break, so they probably go up on them thing for real.
Yeah.
Or maybe the man say I put on more flesh. One might have say I put on more flesh, so in that case the foot not broke so easy again.
All that too.
Yeah.
All that too. But I don't know, because him look like him bigger than him used to. You know, because Rooney did look big like we say. But Rooney can manage himself and him run like he manage himself. But Shaw just look like him can't angle him weight for him.
Hey, but still we still have some ball.
What a ball.
Oh, good tackle.
What a ball, man.
Tackle.
Marvin.
No one killing it, doing homework, you know, killing it, study, even not saying we can't.
Yo, a ball, a big ball. I just chose Sterling. Yo, Sterling just messed up with a ball. Yeah, big ball that. I just mess up Sterling, mess up with a ball. Yeah, big ball at him.
I think I kill him. Either him or Bonucci.
No man, the defender get him off all because him ease him off a little bit and then get a slight 2 points and take it out and straight.
Shaw got to it again, Saka. Not even
England on the front foot.
What am I playing? Yeah, man, but everybody are playing. Nobody don't want to make no mistake.
England up on the front foot, man.
Yeah,
England is the fitter side.
They're pressuring, man. They're
So,
pressuring.
David.
And you notice, as we say, Craig, as we say, Chris, that from Chizzy come off, the Italian team just look. Yeah, man, it does look flat.
They do look flat because they don't have somebody to take on the players.
It's not just because of KSI, you know. It's not just because of KSI. It's that Italy's team, they let the man them leggy. Italy team built for playing 90 minutes worth of football. Them leggy right.
So I done them done.
They played 90 minutes. They played extra time against Austria on David, and they beat Austria.
Because Austrian and nobody, Craig.
They play extra time with it. They play extra time with it.
Austria don't even have a talisman. They don't even have a main player.
Alaba.
What do you mean them don't have a main player? Who is Alaba? Something there?
Alaba is a centre back.
No.
Watch out.
Alaba plays centre back because he's not a centre back, bro.
Hold on, I walk on. He
plays centre back.
No, man, he plays centre back for Bayern.
Yeah, but this is
the question. Is it that a second yellow card?
How would happen?
Well, it all depends.
I saw Grealish got stepped on. So that 100%.
Yeah, yellow card. So, Jorginho, you get a yellow card before?
Yeah.
I'm there for him. Or Jorginho.
Somebody get something against him.
Him leave him foot already now.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh,
That look like a red, you know? That could be a red.
No, but come on, the ball was there. The ball was there.
no, but
Yeah,
you
but
can't
the
step
ball
in
was
like
there,
that.
man.
No, but Marvin, you cannot step in like that. You can't step
Yeah,
in like
look,
that.
you see, if him go side foot, say man try play the ball, you
If he
can
went
understand.
side
But he
foot,
went in the whole time
it would have
stepping.
been right. But you step in to the ball like that. You can't do that.
You see if him
You
step
step
on the
in.
ball and then it roll off and
It
catch
bad,
him,
man.
it's
It
a
bad.
different
It bad.
story.
It
But
bad.
him step on the two of them.
Look at
Step
that.
on the two of them.
Look, see it?
He never side footed, you know.
He step on the 2 foot them.
He stepped.
Yeah.
That is not
Hold on,
that
but
is
look
not
here,
that's not playing the ball at all.
But despite
That is
everything,
a
the
red
referee was
card.
right
The
there.
referee is
The
right there
referee was,
still. So it
the referee was
depends on
Yeah,
the
right there that
because
he's
interpretation.
going to make the
if
call.
you look, he stepped on the ball first, you know.
I slip
Gentlemen,
off
No, I think
As
the
much
ball
as
happened is that
as
Grealish
much as I
threw the
step
ball
him
back.
step, he stepped on
I
the ball
think
first.
Grealish played the ball back into Jorginho's foot. Jorginho never missed the ball completely. But here one. Before we even get into all of that, remember say everything is dependent on the referee's interpretation, and the referee is standing right in front of the tackle, and he take
Yeah.
out a yellow card. So
It
I
wasn't
think in my
malicious. He
mind,
never
just
looked
don't mess up.
malicious.
Yeah, exactly. Don't see it malicious. Him probably trying to allow the game to flow anyway. He's a referee. He's a good referee. So him not try to be the star man of the final.
Yeah.
You get me? So him just, like I said, take out the yellow card early. That's just the decision we done before.
Well, but you know, say, it depends on the player though. If it was all a Nigel, the young made that tackle a while ago, you know, straight ready now.
No,
Well,
straight
that's
red card.
Remember the brother?
The young that fling it up.
You remember
No,
the
but
young?
the young that swing it up. Apart from the step, the young that kick all him foot up in the air.
Or Pepe.
We need quality
I
for the ball.
Pepe from Portugal, you know.
Ramos.
I think if you just
Donnarumma, man.
Or Ramos,
A
Craig.
win kill.
Craig,
If
I think
Ramos
if it
wait
was-
name they have to come off on the field.
I think if he did step on, if I did
Because Ramos I get a red card, whoever him kick dead.
he would have get a red
No man, if
card.
Ramos,
Then-
man, I'm waiting them they have to
No.
come off on the field, man.
Jamal, whoever him kick would have to get sub off. Or
Yeah, that
stretch
matter.
Yeah,
off.
man, waiting them they have to
Yeah,
come off
before
on the
them would have
field
come off,
completely,
Ramos
man.
get the red card gone and the next man injured and can't play no more spot.
And the next one they come off to.
Just under 5 minutes
So hold on,
left
so that's
until
so on.
penalties.
So Bell, so it look like Mark, so that give me a really good penalty shootout. That's how go on.
I told you
But I
so.
didn't tell you no.
I told you
I
so.
didn't tell you no.
England have a red
You know that
card.
should
They
have
have to
that should
maintain
be a
them
drop ball
record.
still.
Yeah, cause I touch
No,
the
but-
referee.
Yeah, but
Should
it
have
was
been
an
a-
Italian ball. It was an Italy ball.
But
An
it was
Italy
going
ball.
to
man.
No,
Italy, yeah.
Marvin, the rule states once it touched the ref, it's supposed to
Should
be
be
a
a
drop
drop.
ball.
No,
Whether it's
that's not
Italian
the
Yeah,
rule.
but
That's not the
maybe
rule.
maybe based
Chris,
on the
that's
fact
not
that the
rule.
referee
No. The rule
saw
is
that the
if
ball-
the ball touches the referee and it takes possession away from the team that had the ball, that is when it's an uncontested drop ball.
No,
But
there
Italy
more
had
than
the ball,
one
it
time
touched the
when we see it
referee,
hit
and
the
Italy
ref.
got back the ball. They continued.
No, but me see only part time where it hit the referee and the team
Bicycle.
that was attacking still had the ball.
You not do the bicycle there, sir?
Because they
Him
probably
not do the
maybe they
bicycle
had
there,
lost
sir?
the advantage of having the ball, but just because he was playing it out to the left anyway, and now it just go a little bit behind where he was playing it, we'll continue. But if it was like them was going forward and it lick him and it go
And
back the
handball
next
that.
way, then he would have probably pull it back. But generally speaking,
What is about that?
if it's
Penalty
when they lose
or no?
position on the ball.
And a handball at all, Jamal.
And a penalty.
Marvin, I know you want England
No, man,
to get
no,
in
man.
this.
No. I was asking a question, David. I'm not saying this is as much as more England lose. I wouldn't want them lose that way. I wouldn't want them lose that way.
That's how we
Now,
speed.
of course, you know.
Okay.
But you know,
Sorry?
if you
I wouldn't want them lose to
Oh, well
David.
done, referee.
you don't realize that Stone.
Any of them lose to David, me myself in that cost.
Stone was actually trying to pull him onto his body, away from
Yeah,
the ball.
man.
No, man,
Come on, handball, man. The ball, the man hand was at the side.
That never
Yeah, right. in
Yeah,
the
him on the depth on him side, man.
Right.
So Emerson is coming off and Alessandro Florenzi is coming on.
If
Penalty.
If Florenzi
That man
go
is
left
coming on.
side, you know.
That man is coming on to kick a penalty.
Yes,
No,
sir.
wait, hold on, no. Oh, look, who is coming on? If
Jordan
Florenzi come on and go
Sancho.
left side, don't know.
Sancho
Watch a
and
man you pair, man. Watch a man you pair coming on.
if Craig,
Manchester
if
United
Florenzi come
pair.
on and go left side, you know, bro. Them
What
don't
is
change the
annoying
system,
about this
it just
game,
mean
you know?
that them have a better attacking player to get into those positions that Emerson would have been.
What's annoying about this substitution is that Southgate is only bringing them on 2 minutes before the end to kick the penalty.
The penalty.
That's all. Rashford and Sancho is just penalty.
Yep.
When
Because probably,
if the man make
probably
the
take
change
off man
from
like
that
Maguire
90
and then Monday at the end.
yeah, but you know,
Maguire gonna kick off
Nah,
They're
pull
doing
off
it before.
Maguire, man. You're mad?
No,
Maguire
not
kick
You're
off
mad?
for the. I tell you, we probably take off. We probably take off Walker. And I don't know how
Shaw.
much him trust Saka.
No man, Shaw,
Shaw the
You
penalty too?
might take off Shaw, man.
Yeah, Shaw is still there. Shaw is
Might
still
take
Okay,
off
then yeah,
Shaw.
probably them two man are free. Hey, me like him still gonna take off
Or
Henderson,
maybe
so we still do it
maybe
penalty
Phillips, maybe might pull Phillips too.
Me that take off. Me that sub the sub.
The only reason I pull Phillips now is because they expect that there's still an amount of
David.
game to play left.
David,
But otherwise, them
David.
just take
Come on,
off,
Phillips.
take off.
I think
David,
him trust.
you
I
realize
think.
that-
I don't know if
No,
him
I-
trust Phillips to step
I-
and take
I tell you
to
what,
step
Gab.
up and take a penalty now.
I tell you what,
Phillips,
I might take off the two wing back
David,
there,
you
Shaw
realize
and
that-
Walker,
you realize that,
and I might just have them man and
Yeah.
just stay deep and defend. Just stay there and defend. Nobody move up and down. And make the rest of the
Well,
man them start themselves out in the
England
attack.
have an attack. Well, Italy has an attack.
And I want
and that
minute left
was-
anyway.
See Italy, I try and make a difference there. I try and make it know say them not depend on the penalty thing.
I
Well,
tell you, man, take off.
The
I
number 8,
tell you, man, take off Henderson because we still do penalty already.
they're taking off the number 8.
Man, sub is sub.
gentlemen,
Yeah,
when you see a
sub.
anytime you see coaches do this, where they must sub the sub,
So then pull off back
and then think that
Henderson.
it just shows.
Yeah, they pull off Henderson. And they
Listen,
put
man,
on
listen,
Rashford.
anytime.
Oh, then
Hold on,
again,
now.
remember saying
When you
the
see-
kick for the last penalty still, so
That may I tell you.
understandable.
Well, Anna, outside of that,
I'm also the
when you
other,
see
you know.
coaches doing this, when you see coaches doing this, they're being reactive. Him don't.
Of course.
Every game in the Euros, Gareth Southgate has been reactive. Him not proactive. You don't see him have a strategic substitution.
David.
All him do is every substitution is just reacting to the game. Him not
I want a
proactive.
goal
He
and
don't have no
score, you
game
know.
plan.
David.
Watch a goal, you know.
Hold on. After
Watch
the
a goal,
after
you
the
know.
start, I'm asking a question. Whoa.
Goal. Hey,
Good kick
What
out
a flasher.
all right, so
Deal now and square.
ball still in play.
Hey,
Clearly need that all again.
2
Alright, so
minutes
David, I have a question.
until penalty.
Yeah,
I have
man.
a question, David. When
Yeah.
you watch Man City play, or even any Pep Guardiola team of the ages gone by, how many changes has he made that weren't reactive? Not generally
That
speaking,
weren't reactive.
something changed
All of
in
Pep-
the game
hold on,
and
hold
he
on.
just react to it.
Yeah, can I tell you most of Pep Guardiola changes are proactive. He knows Pep he knows that all right, when it reaches 75 minutes of the
Wasn't
game,
it 2
this
minutes
squad, this
extra time a
player,
while ago?
Yeah,
I
2
saw
minutes.
it
Continue,
2
David.
minutes a while ago, Marvin. That's why
Well,
Yeah.
three gone to.
a 3 gone to know.
3.
No, I saw two a while ago.
I
It was
could have
two.
swear I
Yeah,
saw
wait a
2.
second. They're saying proactive. A 75 minutes walk.
Them need.
so I'm
England
saying that if you look at I'm saying if you look at most of the, and it's not just Pep, but managers on a whole, they know them starting lineup, them know say, all right, this player can give me X time. And them not when
David,
you
your
just
boy
change
I
the
play
system.
a wing back.
Sancho.
Here what, I'm not gonna answer after the game done.
Not
talk to you,
Sancho,
'cause
Rashford.
All right.
Rashford I play a wing back.
God have mercy. Last attack.
Oh,
Well,
them
not
have two more
last
time, man.
attack.
I'm not looking for it, man.
Let's go, England.
So, Florenzi. Jorginho. Centre cross.
The cross the mister. Why you that cross the mister? And you know that's why the
Wait.
man is starting.
Well, 40 seconds
I
left
thought
in the game.
Craig, I want you.
It's coming home.
History time is coming home
It's coming home.
to Rome.
Black out them breadfruit. Black out the breadfruit.
Hey, at least my side get we get one love early yesterday, so we know say me I lose early.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. So we take it and move on. David, I got to go watch that pain, you know.
Hey, but tell you know, this pendulum can shift 2 ways. You see, any
I couldn't think of that, you know.
England a win. England.
No, you know, two ways, me I say. One way or
Oh,
the
okay.
other.
David
If
said that
David,
England
if
is going
England
to win.
win, you know. No,
This is
another
the
thing,
last
Chris.
attack of the game.
I
Penalty.
got
Oh
penalty.
dear. Okay.
Chris,
So
Penalty it is.
Chris,
penalties
if-
to this side.
Chris.
Yeah.
If England win, I serve it for Craig and Ren in the WhatsApp group. And say if
Keno
Italy
too.
win, I
You forget
serve
about
for
Keno?
David.
You forget
And
about
Keno,
Keno?
yeah, I serve for David and you England don't win. Because them vice don't what David said.
Voila, yeah, man. Voila, yeah, man. Can't remember the one them said last night.
David said what? They're dead? They're dead? They're dead? They're dead?
David now smile. David is not having it, you know. David serious.
I saw it get.
No man, one of my brethren them just called me a while ago. Gary, cause Italy a theme side from the 90s and from 94 them man they carry
Oh, G
Italy
level?
94, 90 World Cup.
Right.
Oh, G
That's
level.
from Del Piero days.
David. G
All
level.
right. So penalties will decide this Euro. As we see the prince and his wife.
I see. Alright, so before the
Oh, that-
penalty starts, I
David
can
Beckham?
say David gone. Him can't manage.
No man, he not in that mode.
He can't manage. He gone, man.
I'm gone now, Chris.
I see. To me, I see. Jordan Pickford saving a penalty.
Oh.
I see.
Who's penalty?
No, I see Pickford.
Listen, one of those style Jordan Pickford. One of those style Jordan Pickford.
I don't know what them are laugh at. Jordan Pickford that got shot for save one penalty.
What I say after is not they get the here.
Lodge.
Hold on now. It's a Donnarumma peeking at the goal, you know. When Donnarumma stand up in the goal, then a brethren. The man take
I
up
spread out the man. I spread out the man, David. The man cover almost 3/4 of the goal.
Donnarumma have about like the man have nearly a 7 feet wingspan, you know. So as a kick, when you kick against a man, you have to just know say here what. You have to spot, no matter what.
Straight ground.
You have to pick your spot and go feet.
Ladies and
Yes, the one.
David, everything have a kick flat. Can't kick nothing at the ear with him.
gentlemen, this will be the decider for the finals. We see the Italian coaching staff trying to motivate Donnarumma. We see the coaching staff of England trying to motivate, of course, Jordan Pickford. The England fans are nervous.
Grealish, I'm going to take a penalty. Grealish,
I think
Sterling.
the first five is going to include Harry Kane, Grealish, and Rashford.
Sterling
as well.
So,
the first five.
So
is
it will be
going
Sterling, Kane, Grealish, Rashford, and Sancho.
Yeah, first five.
The penalty shootout at this side in the first five kick. When I see it go, I think somebody kick it.
Yeah.
Either keeper, saver.
I know Italy not really good with penalty.
Italy is not a good penalty.
I come tomorrow.
Italy not really good with penalty.
England
know
have
that?
a win because
It's
England
to the
have
left.
England have better penalty.
You think so?
Yeah, England have better. Yeah, man, England have
Okay,
better
so it
penalties,
seems like Italy will be kicking first. I think that is the motion that Chiellini gave to Bjorn Kuipers of the Netherlands. Yeah. So it seems as if Pickford will be in between the sticks first for England. And this is going to be an interesting penalty shootout, gents.
David, England are going to win one. Not fret yourself. No worry.
Hey,
David, my aunt Paddy Waga later with you.
Look here, let me tell you something.
You see, a penalty shootout, it is unfortunate because a penalty shootout is not the best determining factor.
Yeah, but
remember,
Craig,
it is a rule.
It has to be the rule because the game will be going.
There has to be a winner.
Yeah, the game will go on.
So David can't feel no way if I when England lose. You know what I'm saying?
So I wonder who's gonna be that guy. Who's gonna be that guy?
If I win.
You really want to be that guy?
If I win.
Well, the first.
Right, look here. All I can tell you,
Good luck, David.
I'm glad I'm not a supporter of any of these two teams.
I am.
Good luck, David. Good luck.
I am glad too.
I'm glad me lose from yesterday.
with that, me get a hot one.
Me too.
In a regular time. I never forget.
It's coming home.
All right, so the first person to take this penalty.
Boy, I look nervous. Him look nervous.
First person to take this penalty is Domenico Berardi. He
looks very nervous.
Berardi,
the substitute will be taking the first penalty. Look at this England/Italy, because I swear that's an Italy flag around his neck.
David Berardi look like he must. Jesus, help me, please.
Him look very nervous.
All right, so the penalty taken by Berardi, brilliantly taken, and Domenico scores the first penalty of
Marvin. I tell us that man came on to take a penalty here.
But Craig, you know what I can't understand with these keeper? Why they always die before the ball even kick?
That's true. I don't understand that.
You have to
you know, so when I was keeping, I don't do them something there. Me not do them something there.
Watch
it's coming home.
All right, no man, Hurricane a score, man.
Hurricane a miss.
No, man, Hurricane really miss them something.
Ooh, very good penalty from Hurricane. And that is 1-1.
Perfect penalty.
Very good penalty.
I don't want Sterling kick.
We talked about
Sterling are gonna miss.
David talked about the size of Donnarumma. Very well taken by Hurricane. Now it's Belotti.
The pace beat him.
The pace did. So it is Belotti from Italy taking the second. Look at 63-year-old Chiellini.
Chiellini, confident though.
Yo, the man look like him 100, brother.
No,
Pickford
now save this.
Good save.
To your right, to him right.
Good save.
Let me tell you.
Woo, what a save by Pickford!
Let me tell you.
What a save!
What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
That was a terrible penalty.
He decides himself.
Didn't I tell you that Pickford?
That was a terrible penalty.
Hold on there, gentlemen. Hold on.
All right. Hold on there. You see?
Hold on there, Marvin. Mark, I'm going to buy some cash pack tomorrow. Just tell me.
No, I'm telling them, David.
Maguire. Look who kicked the penalty. What's this?
Nobody will score one. Nobody score
Watch.
Maguire kicked down the center.
David.
Maguire down the center.
Kick to the left.
Down the middle. Kick it down the middle. Maguire, safe. Watch this.
Big penalty. Big penalty.
Very big penalty.
Big penalty.
And then you have Sancho, Rashford left to take a penalty as well. So not to say that they're sure, but they're
watch it. That mash up all the camera.
Brother, the biggest penalty that for the night. No more.
Big penalty that, man.
Well,
the man did, you know what they call that in England?
Now it's
you see the fact that Maguire step up to kick a penalty. That means that the rest of man them are coward.
Marvin, hold on, Mark. Me never tell you say me more trust Pickford for save a penalty than Donnarumma. Me tell you, I said it.
But earlier I said, why dive before the ball even kick?
All right, and Leonardo Bonucci. Whoa.
Him dive on.
I
Him
said it, you know.
dive on
I
that.
said earlier, why dive before the ball kick?
Okay.
You see him actually wait till when the man kick the ball and him
Him
dive.
dive on that. Him dive on that.
See it?
And look here, and look here, and guys, and look
He
here.
could have got
Hey,
save
hey.
one more.
Hold on, guys, hold on. You see, for people, for young people that are aspiring footballers, you saw what Bonucci did a while ago. Before he kicked, he
Marcus
looked up.
Rashford to take this.
The Italian that
third
missed
score.
before, his head was in the ground like a hog. You have to look up and watch your keeper.
I know.
You don't spot the ball there.
Big miss, watch out.
Come on. Now man, must
Luke
score.
Shaw. Luke Shaw, face in his hand. And Marcus Rashford looking to make it.
Oh, Rashford.
Rashford has
3-2.
score, man.
Yeah, man, Rashford normally scored them, man. Actually, normally
And
scored.
look nervous, sir.
Good goal, Rashford.
3-2. Oh, he misses it.
David,
What is
don't
happening?
roast the man, David.
Rashford will
David,
have
me I beg you to roast the man, David. David, do not roast the man.
And your fault, Marvin. And you call for the man come on from the field after the
And he actually would have scored and he placed it on target. And England.
I can't believe Rashford though.
I missed that.
I'm gonna tell you something. That
I've
you see
missed
Rashford, you see if England lose, Rashford
Yeah.
is going to be
Penalty, just run
excommunicated.
up and kick the ball to your spot. Penalty, just run up, kick the
Nah,
ball
man.
to your
They're not going to do Rashford nothing. They're
No,
not going to Rashford
it
nothing.
is Federico Bernardeschi. Will he convert his penalty?
Pickford has
against
save a
England?
penalty, man.
No, he's not going to save it. I think Bernardeschi is going to score. Told you. And
the middle.
Bernardeschi has scored, and it is now, what's it, 3-2 in favor of Italy. This is very nerve-wracking
For
penalty.
David. For David. Not for us.
No. That's what I mean. Nerve-wracking for David. Now
Brother,
it's Jadon Sancho.
penalty shootout.
The
A penalty
new-
shootout. Run up and kick the ball to your spot. Don't bother with the only teasing, slow stutter thing. Just run up and
But
kick the ball to your spot.
Rashford don't usually
No,
kick
hold
penalty
on,
like
guys. Shh, it's Jadon Sancho. The man, the
See him!
brand new Manchester United man, it's saved. It is saved, and Italy have a
Would them
chance.
come with this run up and stop thing? Would them come with this run up and stop thing?
It's coming
I
out.
want to them two man you player, man.
Hello.
I want to them two man you player, yeah.
Marvin, they don't care. They don't.
I want to them two man you player.
The two man.
It's coming home.
The two man.
I want to them two man you player.
Craig.
The score is done, you know. This score and it
I
done.
can tell you right now.
Craig.
It's coming home to Rome.
I am telling you right now that Italy
It's coming
has won
home
this
to
Euro,
Rome.
as Jorginho is not missing this penalty. I can guarantee you that.
No, sir. Jorginho penalty kick.
It's coming home to Rome.
He doesn't normally miss.
Yeah, man.
not going
And
to-
them,
he's
and
not
the only
going
way
to-
him can score him goal them.
And him love hop and skip.
Remember the man of the leading goal scorer in just penalty alone, you know.
Remember the man there follow up and skip, follow when name Bruno, up and skip.
Bruno.
And
What?
Still,
Watch it. The man missed. Oh
Steve.
dear. What a chance now for
Steve.
England to tie things up. What a save there by Jordan Pickford.
I told you,
England have gotten a lifeline in this game.
Chris,
What
at
a
least
save.
one
Why him
penalty,
skip?
I tell you.
you see,
Advantage.
Bell, let's see him skip one up again, Bell.
Advantage
Yeah,
to
man.
England
Let's see
once
him
more.
up.
No,
This
who is
run up
going
and
to be taking this penalty? No,
Saka.
guys, two
You know what I'm saying?
Saka got score.
guaranteed penalty scorers have missed, because
Chris.
Rashford
The
missed,
fact that
He
Saka
has to
score.
score.
Saka
He has to
score.
score.
but he has
If
to
he miss-
score.
if he
Saka
miss it,
Saka
done.
score.
hello, the fact that
Oh,
And the match
England
done.
has lost.
Italy win. Italy win.
Italy
Italy win. Italy won.
beating England
David,
3-2 on
David.
penalties.
David,
And mighty,
we're gonna take it to
mighty,
WhatsApp.
mighty.
Sir.
Oh my
Them dead.
God.
Them dead.
It's coming home to Rome.
Hello.
It's coming home to Rome.
Them dead.
Italy
David, I tell you, if Brazil lose, England lose.
And Marcus Rashford and Bukayo Saka is beside themselves.
But why Saka kick though? Why Saka kick?
David attack.
Can you hear me? Or not hear me?
Yes.
How is it that you have man like Grealish? You have so much experience penalty kick takers on the field, and the man put up Saka for take the last penalty.
Saka and Sancho.
And that I was just gonna ask. Why Saka kick the ball? Why not Grealish? Why not Sterling?
You have Sterling, you have Grealish, two man where you know experience, and you put up Saka. Is his first international tournament this? The youth is what, 19, and you put the pressure upon him to kick the last penalty?
Where's
Sterling there?
Outside of that though. You see outside of that?
Sterling is there.
Outside of that.
The man them Sterling.
But hold on now, outside of that, I can tell you straight up my youth. Rashford, I'm telling you already, you know. You see this run up and stop and pretty boy thing, brother, it don't work. And Rashford, my youth, Rashford is an embarrassment. I keep telling you, you know, what am I telling you?
Gentlemen.
Yo, David, you know, just to listen to roast my baller.
Gentlemen. I'm here that it is our hold on, me here say our ancestral spirit them, you know, jump on England for the whole years of slavery.
Foolish.
Look at that.
Why you want David cuss? Why you want David cuss that? Hey boy, Craig. Hey boy, Craig. Look what you did, Craig. Craig, look what you did.
Got him.
Hello. Let me tell you something.
Yo.
Reparations have to be paid.
You did hear David last night?
Hold on, gentle people.
Them dead.
Well, I'm gonna play it.
Look back.
No, me have it. Me go play it. Listen, people.
Them back in the WhatsApp group.
Me go play it right now, cause I think I lie me I tell. Wait there.
Wow.
But my thing is,
listen, guys.
the man have too much kick up for make Saka kick.
Hold on, Chris, you know, listen to that and play.
No.
Yeah.
For the Brazil fans that are feeling it tonight, I'm not feeling nothing yet because I can tell you this is the tomorrow when England win. I'm here to celebrate that game.
David, start sending back to the WhatsApp group. David, Craig. See, Kino talking at the group. When you send the team back now.
Hey, yo, what is that? Hey, let me tell you something. On the go style. David say, you know, can you see? I see that Italy win the man long off.
No, it's not that.
I want to say, man.
The man say, Jamaican ancestor.
None of the Maroons. The amount of boy them halfway. And the Windrush generation, you think God asleep?
Listen, gents. Wow, what a game it was today.
It was a good game.
Today. Just to review before we log off, because this is crazy. So England, of course, came through the ranks. They managed to make it out of their group. When persons thought they would have lost to Germany, they won, kept a clean sheet against Germany, beat, I believe, Czech Republic, beat Denmark, and made it to the finals and was looking well on their way in securing their first major title since 1966. But just with that hold on to that lead, it was snatched up by Italy, who are winning their first major title since 2006 from the World Cup. Gareth Southgate again.
Their first real Euro.
Yes, and again, Gareth Southgate just too much.
I think them gone what 34 game unbeaten now.
34.
Italy.
Yes, it's 34
Yeah.
games now unbeaten, and you really have to take a stock at how Italy are. Mancini got this side when they failed to qualify for the World Cup in 2018.
Yep.
Right? And he got this side and ran with the side and now have won a major trophy with this team. So, even though all of this is so, I am not going to bash Southgate all that much, because as much as Southgate should have won this final against Italy because he had the upper hand, I believe they need to give him some credit, because the system that he started with was giving Italy a lot of problems. Italy didn't know what to do against England the first 20 minutes of this game, and they were rewarded with a goal in the second minute by Luke Shaw. But one thing Mancini did is that he readjusted when he saw that the system for England had changed, and that made the difference for Italy. Italy pressed, and I really like the fact that he didn't take off Chiesa before he did, because Chiesa was the difference maker for Italy, and they ended up scoring and equalizing and ultimately winning the game. So everybody, starting with Craig, I want to hear your
Cry here,
thoughts.
Mount. Don't cry. Declan Rice, don't cry.
I want to start with Craig first on your thoughts on the finals, England versus Italy.
It was a good finals. It's as I've always said, I am not one to. I don't like penalty shootouts, but as we've always discussed, it's a part of the game. I think personally, Southgate got it all wrong in terms of his selection for the penalty shootouts. Sterling not taking a penalty, that was a surprise. You know, putting so much pressure on a young kid like Saka, not right. Sancho, you know, I don't even think those players were warm enough, even, you know, based on the amount of time that they got in the game. But it's a part of life. Congrats to Italy. Good try, England, and all the best next time.
All right, so Mark, your thoughts?
Yes, sir. So
Your thoughts?
my final thoughts, you know, where this match is concerned, I really must applaud Italy. One of the major reasons, because of the coach. He wasn't quick, even when Italy was under pressure. He wasn't quick to make changes like that. Instead, he tried to see how best he can, you know, get the team, whatever. But when he made the change, I think it was 60-something minutes. That was really where, you know, the game turned for Italy, and they went on to actually win the game. Not taking anything from Southgate today, but I think Southgate also made some errors.
Right.
I think Southgate made some errors with some of his changes, bringing on Grealish a little bit too late, bringing on Rashford and Sancho just for penalty. I mean, when you look and see Harry Maguire can step up and take a penalty and score it, I think Sterling should have taken a penalty over even Saka. So that was a poor decision by the coach. But all in all, it was a good game, and it's difficult to say the better team won, but I think the most resilient team won.
Okay. All right. So Marvin.
Yeah. So
Marvin, is your fun? I go like saying there, El Shammai, you would.
So I go on. So why you love me up, sir? Sure. You see the time hot, sir.
Your thoughts, your final thoughts.
Well, for me, this game was based on technician. right? Southgate set up his team very good in the first half, right? So attack Italy and it worked, right? But after when them score, then in the second half, I think when they went off, Mancini did his job as a coach. He talked to his team, let them know, say, listen, this is it. Then come out second half, he made the changes while taking out Immobile, and he put on 3 roaming forward. So that will have the defender, the England backline now, more stepping out of their comfort zone, because now there's no standard forward where them can mark. And that kind of help, because you see, while doing that, they get a goal. Then right there and again, Southgate, I think he just get crumbled. Right there, him gone defensive. It take long to make his changes, right? And overall, it's just, as I said, the better coach or the better coach with a better idea win today. Even though it's penalty, but the better coach and the better setup win today.
All right, so the final thoughts from the man that lost today. David, I don't say it's not easy, but tell me your final thoughts on the game today.
You know, at the end of the day, you know, I did say it from before the ball kick off for Euros that the Euros, England has the best team, I think, on paper, but it's all going to boil down to 2 things. Either the players not ready, and I said, you know what, the players must be ready, but the coach, my thing is about the coach. Gareth Southgate has shown, and he has proven to me and the world that he is just not a top tier manager. Gareth Southgate is so poor of a manager that from the start, the first game until now, he has done nothing proactive. Everything Gareth Southgate done was just reacting to games, reacting to things. Tonight, the last game, you get a penalty shootout. He's the one that is writing down the names. And then put a 19-year-old Saka, a 19-year-old to take your deciding penalty. He's never been, this is his first international run out to play a full tournament for England. Pressure on top of pressure. And you put the 19-year-old to kick your winning penalty. 2 things. Outside of that, then you're going to decide that Jack Grealish, who takes penalties for Aston Villa, who is an outstanding player, you're not going to give him one. Then you decide that you're not going to give Raheem Sterling a penalty, who is one of the most experienced players on the field, right? And you're going to wait until 1 minute left in the entire extra time on game to bring on Rashford and Sancho, who are cold. So the first or the second touch them having is actually picking up the ball to put at the spot. You don't let as a coach. You don't put your players that way. Players have to get warm to take a penalty. People think a penalty is just take up the ball and kick it in the net. When you pressure, a finals, get the player warm, bring them on, so them getting them free. They know right frame of mind, them can go up confidently and take the penalty. All of these mistakes. And I won't even talk about the substitution that he should have made earlier in the game. But all of this is just Gareth Southgate being a coward, playing overly defensive, not being able to be proactive. Him do have no form of tactical nose to him, nothing like that. And this Euro, this final, really just show up Southgate and him deficiency. England had the players for win.
Yeah.
England have the players for win. This just show you Roberto Mancini. Like, when you look at the players, man for man for Italy, this squad not good in England, but it just goes to show you how coaches can win. When you have short tournaments where you play like even if you win the tournament in 9 or 10 games, coaching do it, you know.
Definitely.
Mancini bring on him substitutions early, while our coach don't reactive not. Forward Southgate on a straight. I've been said earlier that Ole and Southgate the same thing. And what it shows is coaches that are forward. You don't know if to take risks. You don't want to be bold. You don't want to be aggressive. And you have to do that to win.
Don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, he end up being that guy. He end up being that guy, but not taking the necessary time. The person.
No, but right now, David, what right now, David, what they'll do, they'll point fingers maybe on a Sancho and a Rashford instead of on a Southgate. Is it? And then Southgate will come out now and try back the players. So he's not really that guy.
But hold on, Chris. Yeah. You know that they already start doing racial slurs already?
Yeah.
Craig, you see the one of the camera said.
You're not about a racial slur, man. I'm tired of that, man. I'm tired of the racial slur argument about black and white. Brother, you kick the man them penalty. You have people in the world who are racist. They're going to burn you out. You kick the man them penalty.
David, I'm not three niggas kick the
I'm not business.
I still can't understand.
I don't care because
I can't understand.
The racial slur thing
Grealish. How is it Grealish, Sterling, even Luke Shaw? How is it the man in a kick? I have
Saka.
Yeah.
Suppose me telling us that John Stones can take a penalty better than Rashford and
that's true. Saka. Johnson take penalty for penalty already and scored. City. Everton.
But I thought Sterling would have been one of the first penalty kickers.
But that's the thing, Craig. I thought Sterling would have kicked.
Sterling would have been. I thought he would have been.
David, so we might be here talking about who to kick and who not to kick.
That right, the 5 names.
Yes, but David, even though the coach write the 5 name, the players themselves can get cold-feeted and say them no want to kick,
No. Stick up in Marvin. Before
not like that, Marvin.
You see, before the game start, before the tournament start, you tell your man them say, listen now. From you come out of the group stage, the man them know that you're riveting them heads. So listen, you guys are penalty kickers. And you rivet the man them head and them a practice penalty after every training session. And the man them get them and you rivet and you motivate them and you make them very confident. So listen, you're kicking. Everybody knows that them are the penalty. Just like in club football,
James, you have a Champions League in your back.
Football, you know, say all right.
Who are you that Chris? Who are you last year? Just collect the trophy for England.
May I try them? I never see. Gone by quickly while ago.
First man I see.
All right, so it is an embarrassment.
But Tamika says, can the panel talk about the likely role of racism and xenophobia in the decisions leading to the defeat of England tonight?
There's nothing has to do. There's no racism that has nothing to do with the loss of England. I'm tired of racist thing and xenophobia. Guys,
hello. England lost because of poor decision by both the players and the coach.
No racism.
No, I've nothing to do with racism.
Nothing else.
And quite frankly, I'm tired of this racist argument now. Everybody about, oh God, dude, get over it, Rashford.
We might run joke about it. But nah. Nah, I've nothing to do with it. I've nothing to do with racism.
And Rashford need to come off of social media. If he never say hype and up, alright, let me tell you something, guys. You see these players nowadays, especially the young player.
Rashford don't really depend on social media too much than just being an ambassador.
You see Rashford and some of them players, Lingard, them better,
Pogba,
they're better at social media than football. And Pogba, you're social media giants. And when you come to do your job and go on the field, them poor. So here what? Tonight, Rashford is going to get the racial slurs. And I'm not saying it's right, but enough of himself on social media so much, we're going to happen, and it's not right. But listen, if it was move past, if it does move past that, it just move past that.
All right.
Now look at the racism. But it had nothing to do with the game.
All right, so guys, I want to say thank you guys so much for joining the panel. Thanks to Jamal, thanks to Marvin that came in, Bell, David, Craig especially, as we end on the man Chiellini raising the Euro trophy after Italy defeated England 3-2 on penalties. And Italy are the Euro 2020 champions. Of
Congrats,
course, they
Italy.
defeated England 3-2 on penalties. It was 1-1 after extra time. Of course, Luke Shaw scored in the second minute. And
just as I predicted.
Bonucci
Just as I predicted.
So, at the end of this tournament, after a couple of weeks, Italy are champions after 16 years without a trophy, and then they have emerged 34 matches unbeaten. What a team, what a coach as well. He did very well with this team, picking up this team from not qualifying for the World Cup to now lifting a major trophy. So at the end of penalties, it is Italy that emerged victorious, and they are Euro 2020 champions, winning 3-2 on penalties against England. On behalf of myself and the wonderful panel here at Chris the Sport Guy, it's road to 500 subscribers, and we are out. Thanks, guys.
Big up.
All right.